Live from Los Angeles, it's Wednesday night and time for the Kruse Control Show. And here's our host, Brian Kruse.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Wednesday. Oh my God, it's Wednesday, December 4th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Happy hump day. I hope, as always, as I say on a hump day, I hope you humped it up the best you could today. You had the best hump day. Maybe it was a monumental hump day. Maybe it was the hump day that dominates all the hump days and all the hump of universe, and you're freaking rocking out, and they're out, you know what I'm talking about, and you're having a great time. That's all I'm saying. Happy hump day, everybody. So happy to have you back on Kruse Control. I got to watch my monetization right now, because I have to be very careful what I say.
In the first 15 seconds.
Be very careful about that. And you know, everybody, you know me, love me. He's everybody. Our intellectual, frothy man himself, resident intellectual himself, Mr. Mike Casey. How's it going, Mike?
You know, I'm having some deep thoughts here in my childhood bedroom at my mom's house, like always, Brian. That's how we do. It's fucking cold here in Michigan, man. It's cold, and the wind is blowing, and the snow is falling.
Oh, man.
I went to go grab some...
Mike!
Hey, what's up, Pappy? How you doing over there, dude? I don't see you in the corner sometimes.
I mean, he's like, you know, he's doing his thing all the time, man. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Like he pops in, he pops out. I don't know why. You know,
sometimes maybe it takes a little while. Is that a
serious question?
Yeah, it takes you a little while to figure out what you're gonna say next. Sometimes, doesn't it, Peppy?
Talk to the ball.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude. The weather's crazy because it was dripping and then it got cold. So I was out doing donuts when I went into the grocery store a minute ago. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect weather for that.
I haven't done donuts in a long time in a car. That's where if you're on the chat, like, what's doing donuts? We're not eating donuts. We're not making donuts. We're not, sugaring, glazing donuts. No, we're spinning our car around in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, you got to go backwards if your car is front wheel drive. It's a blast.
Here in
Hi,
California,
chat.
That's called the street takeover.
Well, yeah, you gotta get out there in the middle of the 405 in the middle of the night, or if you're GR at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then the helicopters come after you.
4 in the morning. That's when he starts.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. Hey, Brian.
Hell, that's
good to see you, Mike.
I get up at 4.
Thanks for having me on the show. Jesus, 6,000 subscribers. My mind is blown, man.
I know, right? Isn't that
Thanks
crazy?
Thanks for sticking with us, chat. It's crazy, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being here. We got 6,184 subscribers right now. The numbers have gone up quite a bit this week. It's amazing. And also, you hear him in the chat, everybody. You hear him, you know him. He's the thirsty daddy himself, Mr. GR Waters is here, everybody. How you doing, GR?
Good, Brian. Thank you.
Good to see you, GR. How's your hump day been?
No humping, unfortunately.
Oh. No humping for the thirsty daddy today. No humping.
The daddy, thirsty daddy. Who your daddy, thirsty daddy?
I know, Peppy. Well, maybe the humping is still to come, GR. Maybe it's still to come. It might be coming.
Papa.
That's why I'm thirsty, because I'm parched.
Yeah, super parched. Well, good to see you too, GR. You have a good hump day, though, overall?
I can't complain.
Yeah. Well, if you can complain.
His technical expertise to fix my microphone.
Yep, we figured that out. A little unplug, plug it back in. That sometimes is all you need.
Oh, Jesus. We're already here on a hump day.
You take those technical fixes where you can get them.
Yeah. Sometimes you do that. Yeah, you got to go back and forth a few times, make it work, right, GR?
Oh, no.
It's when it's in and out. That's what they're all about, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what they're all about.
This is not that kind of show. Just go to the Brian. That'll save you.
Good to have you here, GR.
Not me.
Good to have you, GR. Also joining us back, everybody. Happy to have him here as always. You know him, love him, everybody. Mr. Trevor Triggs. How you doing, Trevor?
Hello. Echo Mike Stedman from 500 miles away, 300, whatever it is. It's the fucking cold day in Wisconsin, and the wind is blowing, and the snow is flying. So, about the same, Mike.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's great. Why did I leave Los Angeles? I need to get back to California.
I think that's called insanity, Trevor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're crying for the 109 in the valley right now.
Trevor's in the house.
Welcome back, dog.
Thanks, Pepe. It's great to be here.
Good to see you, man. How has your week been besides the snow and the cold and the winding and the blowing and all that?
I have done nothing all week but play Fortnite, so
Yes.
that's
Nice.
where I'm at.
Nothing wrong with that at all. That's great. That's a great way to start your, that's a great week. Start towards your hump day.
Trevor, you
Certainly
played
could be
a game
worse.
all day. Do you know what a fortnight is?
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got it right.
So what you're
He's
saying
He's
is
played
we
Dungeons and
need to play
Dragons
this
before.
game for another 10 days straight.
You got to watch that thirsty daddy. He'll come after you, Trevor. He'll come after you. Well, good to have you back, man. It's going to be a fun night as always. Happy to see you. Happy to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And also joining us back, you heard his music in the very beginning, everybody. You know him, you love him too. The Nilk Master himself is everybody, Mr. Carter James, the Nilk Master. Yeah, Carter. How's it going, Carter? How you been? Good. How you been? How was your week?
I can say very eventful. I'm just basically playing the game of anticipation right now because the band is probably potentially getting a full-time member. We'll see what this individual has to say.
Wow.
So I'm really optimistic about that. But excuse me, I'm just really optimistic for this show. I've been waiting all week for it, even though we're midweek. I've been like, I hope he invites me back because we have a lot to talk about.
Always love to talk about, man. Happy to have you.
Shit! Carter, the Nilk Master James.
Pepe's happy to have you here too.
My dog. How's it
Give
going?
me some popcorn.
Absolutely.
I guess Pepe just wants you to feed him, man. I'm sorry. That's just how it works sometimes.
No problem.
Again, Carter's out here, everybody. You know him, love him. The Low Dangling Fruit, Naked Lion. The album's out right now, right, Carter? You can check it out right now everywhere. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's out there kicking ass, and you guys are dominating. I'm so excited for you again. You heard that song, Black Sheep, in the very beginning. Carter, what do you think about this whole thing? Are you excited about how the people have been responding to the album so far?
Yeah, so far so good. No complaints. So far everybody who's talked about it has said it's really fun music. It's really good. The lyrics are very juvenile from time to time. The lyrics are also very meaningful and uplifting. So, but the great thing about the album, it has that dynamic. We have like 6 serious songs, 4 not safe for work songs, and that's just kind of dynamic that Naked Lion has. I mean, I would use this illustration: bands like Bloodhound Gang, Blink-182, Steel Panther, the works. We kind of fall in that kind of lineage with a hint of Tenacious D.
Yeah, I love that. Sometimes you gotta fuck her hard, that's just what it is,
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes you gotta
You got
I'm
some
sorry.
Ramones in there too, man. You're
right out the window.
Oh, the Ramones, absolutely.
a little older school vibe. I wouldn't say juvenile. That's not the word I would characterize. I think honesty is what comes through. You get through all the the layers that we're compelled to put on ourselves to deal with society and be adults. You are having none of that, Carter, and that really comes through.
No, I appreciate that. No, it's crazy because I wish to talk your ear off about the recording process, but some of the songs, like the song, for example, "She Treats You Like a Gay Best Friend," that was written like during one night. I told JP, my drummer, "Hey, I just wrote a new song. Okay, bring it to the studio tomorrow. You don't want to hear it first? You don't want to hear it over the phone? Like, no, just bring it in. We're gonna record it. Okay,
Bring it in.
I'm gonna get that then."
That's some trust in the Nilk Master there, man. 100%. He was just like, I believe in what you're doing and your vibe, your energy. Probably just believe in your songwriting skills right there too. And it's a great song. It's great, So
it's catchy. It's very catchy for those who want something really fun, hip, and not safe for work.
Milton Bradley, welcome back.
A lot of story in that song.
Yeah.
Milton Bradley wants to know, Carter, where you can get a pair of shades like that.
Oh, absolutely. Believe it or not, I got mine from AliExpress.com. If you look up in the search engine, men's spiked sunglasses, you can find a pair just like this one. They're only going for like $20 now on AliExpress.com. I would definitely recommend checking it out.
That's not bad at all. Hell yeah. That's awesome, Carter. And you have all the different kind of glasses too, man, right? So
We only ever see these ones.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ones like these.
It looks like
It's almost like
Randy
Jordy
Savage.
Randy Savage Jordy.
All right.
Very, very true.
That's
my
awesome,
God.
man.
Thank you.
Well, I'm happy the album's doing well. I'm happy you're here, Carter. Trevor, I'm happy you're here, man. It's good to see you. I'm happy to have Trevor back. You know, we had that little pause when he was traveling about the whole multiverse, and I'm happy to have you back, man, because it's great to see you. And of course, it's okay to have Thirsty Daddy here, you know.
Hey,
Necessary.
We love you, GR, and we love you, Mike. Good to have back our frothy intellectual as well. But thank you all for being here on Kruse Control. Mike's like, I don't want this frothy thing anymore. He goes, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I like it. Don't project your insecurities onto me, Brian.
Mike,
The
why do
buttery
they call you a
intellectual
frothy
himself.
intellectual Anyway,
What's that?
why do they call you a frothy intellectual anyway, Mike?
That's a good question. I think it's because I come on the show and because I've known Brian for a long time, so he wants to just hassle me as hard as he can. That's kind of what I think.
That's fair. I just thought there might be something deeper.
No,
Frothy,
Talk
frothy,
about it on the show.
yeah.
frothy, buttery. They're just excited adjectives, I think. And I think excited adjectives is one of the main focuses of Kruse Control.
I'm sorry, Brian. I just get, I was watching some shit last night. Really got under my skin. Because these are all lies.
Yeah, always all lies. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control as always. But it doesn't matter if there's lies going on, whatever's happening, there's always one thing going on. It could be a Monday, Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, any week, there's always one thing going on. That is a lot of breaking news. Come on, let's do this. All right, the very first thing I want to talk about right now is Dear Satan. It's weird to say that. Dear Satan, everybody. And I watched, I know Mike was like, it looks funny. I watched it. It was actually a pretty funny movie.
The trailer's good, yeah.
It's actually pretty good. It's the Farrelly brothers are back for the first time since Dumb and Dumber 2, T.O., the last time they did a movie together. And they came together to make this movie. Jack Black's hilarious in it. Again, a kid writes, you think he's writing Santa Claus. He actually writes Satan. And then, of course, the shenanigans entail. And he's getting these wishes from Satan. He has 3 wishes from Satan that pretty much give his soul to Satan if he doesn't, if he does all these wishes. It was very fascinating to me. What's up, Ty? I really actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I was happy the Farrelly brothers are back to work together again. And Jack Black's awesome in it. He's so different, but also so great as Jack Black. We love it so much. So if you have a chance, check it out. It's on Paramount Plus right now. Check it out. We have Dear Satan rocking the airwaves. And I think that Days of Our Lives probably paid Satan, too, to be on the air as long as they've been on the air. Because they were on the air for 15,000 episodes, everybody. 15,000 episodes. Woo! That's crazy to me. Insane. And they actually open up their 15,000th episode this week with a black and white vintage kind of clip from Bill Hayes, Doug, from the bars back in the good old days, I guess they used to have. I never watched Days of Our Lives, but people are like, this is the good old days. This is what it is. And they got picked up for another season on top of that, too. So if you're a friend of Days of Our Lives, there's prayers to 15,000 more. Depends how much they sold their soul to them. So, I mean, I don't know. The only thing that's like closely that I have in the news right now that's related to that many episodes is Family Guy. And Family Guy is coming back. They have a lot of episodes, not 15 fucking thousand. But they're coming back now to Adult Swim. Amazing. Coming back to Adult Swim after all this time. Of course, it started on Fox and they were canceled. Adult Swim brought them back. Back in 2021, they left, though, going back to Fox. And now in 2025, they will appear now officially back on Adult Swim as well, doing reruns. They're going to do a 3-day marathon. They first come back to, if you have Adult Swim, starting January 1st. Back-to-back episodes from 7 p.m. Eastern time all the way till 5 a.m. And then you're going to have, again, them back in the airwaves for a long time, weekdays from 10 to 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. So good for Family Guy. I love it so much. I'm happy they're able to keep going after all the time being canceled and coming back. It's a fantastic thing. And you know what? They're very lucky to have that run. A lot of shows don't get that. And I would say Bel-Air is one of those shows that's very lucky to have their run they've had because you're basing it off of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which wasn't a big freaking, I mean, it was a big hit, but I mean, these reboots like this aren't working. They're not the big hits normally. And this was a big hit for actual Peacock right now. And they got picked up for a 4th season. So the 4th season will be the last season. Normally they do 8 episodes, but they're dropping them down now to, they're usually doing 10 episodes, they're dropping down to 8 episodes for this. So, I mean, a little bit less episodes is kind of what happens sometimes. What's up, Racer X? Good to see you, man. But I'm happy. I know the cast is probably excited about this. Kruse probably excited about this. One more season of Bel-Air. We talked about that Family Matters one they're trying to do too, which I never think will actually happen. But this will keep going forward. I think they're very lucky. And speaking of lucky, everybody, Lucky is coming to Apple TV Plus. That's right. We have this new limited series with Anya Taylor-Joy. She's executive producing it on top with Reese Witherspoon. They're not on top of each other. They're on top. They're working together, if you're wondering that. But Reese Witherspoon and Anya Taylor-Joy, I wish they were on top of each other. They're working together, everybody. It's a fantastic thing. This project. I mean, I would watch that over. I mean, I'm still going to watch Lucky.
I get a lot of views. Yeah.
I think I'd be even more lucky to watch that show. I'm just saying. You know, I'm just putting that out there for us out there. It's Hump Day, everybody. It's Hump Day. But you know, so this is about. I know, GR. I can have my dreams. Okay, I can have my dreams.
You have coming underlined on that. On your graphic there, Brian.
Those are supposed to be the things you don't talk about, Mike. Yes, Furiosa Queen. Furiosa. Too late. It's out there now. Round of applause for Mike catching that. Thank you, TV audience out there. But it centers around a young woman who has left the life of crime behind her, and now she's been raising that for years. She's left it behind, but now she's coming back and embracing her darker side, her criminal side, for a final time in order to get a desperate attempt to escape from her past. Very, very interesting logline right there. It means it doesn't tell me shit really, but I'm interested to see if it's going to be good. And Anya Taylor-Joy doing this, executive producing for the first time, Apple TV Plus. Hopefully it's great. And what's up, Edward Hyde? A lot of us would watch that. Yeah, we would, right? Edward Hyde. A lot of us would watch that. A lot of us would definitely watch that. We'd appreciate to see that every day.
Break the internet.
Come on, let's break the internet. And something that I guess broke the internet was Surface, which I'm like, I don't know how this is coming back, but Surface is coming back for a second season over Apple TV Plus, dropping February 21st. This show itself, I didn't think I'd get a second season. It's about a girl who wakes up and she doesn't know where she came. She apparently tried to commit suicide and she lived through it, and then she came back and dealing with her husband, dealing with her life situation, and then she's like trying to figure out who she is again. At the end of the season, though, she actually ditches her whole husband, spoiler alert, and she goes off to London. We're going to pick it right up back there at Apple TV Plus, so we're going to see what happens with that. I'm interested to see if that's going to be good. I like the first season, but it could have been a one and done, but apparently Apple TV is like, no, we're not done with that shit yet. And they're also not done with Severance. I'm very happy about that, because Severance is coming back for a second season. Finally, everybody, Severance is coming out, and it's coming out January 7th. And they're doing a podcast based off that too. We're going to get a podcast that's going to work in correspondence with every episode. So first episode's dropping. They're actually dropping a couple episodes at first, and they're going to have 2 episodes of the podcast drop at the same time. Didn't watch the first seasons of Surface. It's interesting, Milton Bradley. I think it's good. I was just shocked to do a second season. Severance, if you haven't seen Severance, watch that over this. I love Severance. It's such a fucking good show. Adam Scott's so good in it. The whole cast, Ben Stiller produces this, but it's going to be Ben Stiller and Adam Scott doing the podcast. Then they're going to bring cast members on as well, and then celebrities popping in here and there, special appearances by people. So we'll see who that will be. Like one of the people they said in it, I'm like, how is this? Like, why would this person be on? It was like Jon Stewart. Like, why would Jon Stewart be on this as a podcast? Because he has his own podcast. It doesn't. It's weird. It's weird to me. It's just weird to me, Mike. It's weird to me. But I'm all about it. This is like a whole thing. These these correspondence pieces are these what do you call them? These follow-ups they have every time for these podcasts. So interesting to see what happens. But another show that people are raving about and going crazy about is Sweetpea. Another S. Sweetpea's coming back. This British comedy revenge thriller series is coming back, everybody, for a second season. If you've been watching that, it's a pretty massive show out there. And over from the UK, everybody. And it has and stars Lewis, Rihanna Lewis, that's the character's name, by Purnell. And Purnell is an actor who actually is starring in Fallout. So she's been blowing up there, but this is a great thing for her. She's coming back to be that serial killer, that hot, seductive, sultry serial killer one more time that's out there, slathering up some butter on some victims and slashing off the prices in their arms and limbs and their whatever.
This is the grocery store killer, Brian.
Why not? Why not? Slashing them up all day.
The green grocer river killer. That's a play on the Green River Killer, which is a real one, but
That's a real one. Yeah, it's a real one. But they're saying it's based on a book series. In the book series, they said that the first season's more of like a prequel, and the second season is really delving in and slashing those prices, like Mike said, getting those oranges and squeezing them tight. And I can't wait to see how great it's going to be. If you love it so much, you're right, because she's going to kill them all. And Kill 'Em All's coming back for a second movie, everybody, with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Fuck yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Friend of the show. Love this man so much. I wish you need Jean-Claude in this thing. Is it Popeye's Baby? Is that what it is, Queen? Popeye's Baby is Sweet Pea?
That's where Sweet Pea came from.
That's hilarious, and that's awesome, and I love that so much. Kill 'Em All, though, 2 is coming. Jean-Claude's coming back. It's 7 years after the first one, dropping on Christmas Day. This ex-CIA agent is getting back in the saddle one more time. Out there, Van Damme, of course, with his daughter Vanessa, as they confront a vengeful adversary. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I didn't see this one. Anybody, before I move on, anybody see this at all? Because I'm like, Kill 'Em All. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, who the fuck is he killing all? Like, and how did I miss this movie on Netflix? Carter, did you see that at all?
Unfortunately, I did not, but I heard great things about it. Like, I have heard it from word of mouth, and I've only heard really exciting things about it. So, thinking positively, when we see it with our own eyes and hear it with our own ears, it'll be just as magnificent, if not more.
I hope so. It's crazy to me, though, too. I'm like, fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme. And you know what? Oh, I love this, man. But you also have to kill them all if you have a zombie apocalypse. And that's what Outlast is doing. There's some kind of weird outbreak happening in Outlast. But Outlast was a very big hit game right now, everybody. But there's a horror film producer, Roy Lee, is adapting this with Red Barrel's video game for Lionsgate right now. So this is moving forward. If you're a fan of this game right now, it's going to be blowing up pretty soon to your big screen. J.T. Petty is involved in the game. He's working on the screenplay. And I'm interested to see, because I haven't heard this game, but I hear great things online about it. And
it's
of course,
scary.
Any kind of video game. Is that what it is? It's scary.
It's a scary game, yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is a first-person shooter. It revolves around an investigative journalist, Miles Upshur, who decides to investigate a remote psychiatric hospital named Mount Massive Asylum in the mountains of Lake County, Colorado. And beneath there is apparently a psychological terror that defines the Outlast installment that happens during this whole thing. It sounds like Resident Evil to me, like The Hive and all that shit from like the first movie, which wasn't actually the game really at all, but it sounds like The Hive to me. I'm interested to see if that's going to be a fantastic thing. And people love this game, so hopefully if you're a fan of the game, you're super excited about this. I know, Mike, you're probably more excited about, of course, the new Lord of the Rings movie coming out, and they dropped the first 8 minutes. We got Carter here right now. I know Carter was on here.
Wow.
8 minutes.
Like the final
first
cut?
8 minutes.
Wow.
It was the first 8 minutes of the final cut. It's coming to theaters, and if you haven't seen it, it's out there right now. It's actually a pretty great 8 minutes.
That looks
At first,
fucking
I was
awesome,
like,
Brian. Just that graphic, that looks amazing. Like, I'm so on board.
well, at first I was like, it starts off kind of slow, but it gets into, I'm like, okay, it took me a second to watch it, but it's at 183 years after the events of the original trilogy of films of Lord of the Rings, and we're delving into this animated version. I know a lot of people love Lord of the Rings. This could do great, Mike, but I'm like, as GR said earlier, it doesn't involve the actual original writer, right, Jay? It's not original. Tolkien's not involved, right, GR?
Not at all.
Yeah, so
Well, probably
maybe
not. I mean, he's
It
been
has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. It's a bunch
he's
of
been
crap.
dead for 50 years. Like,
Oh man, it's true, Mike. But I would still be like, we'll see. It's gonna blow up the theaters very soon. Before you know it, it's gonna be exciting. It's coming out this summer. Or I think it's this summer. It's coming out, right? It's coming out. No, it's coming out December. No, it's coming out now. It's coming out December. I'm not
it's
so
next
mad.
week.
hell yeah.
It's like next week. It's like fucking
Closer
next week.
summer.
Yeah, close to next summer, Jared. Next week, animated Lord of the Rings dropping in theaters. Get ready for that. And also Ben in theaters doing a great job, of course, been Wicked, but a big controversy thing that's blowing up the waves even more is, of course, this Wicked box, everybody, that has a pornographic site listed on the back of it. And now there's a class action lawsuit against Wicked right now. Class action lawsuit. We knew this. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. It was like last Monday, a week ago Monday, where, of course, this box came out. Kids are going apparently to wicked.com and seeing some wicked
Jesus
little
Christ.
things happening. Yep. And so because of that,
Brian,
it was
for
supposed to
the
be
record,
wickedmovie.com.
They can't see squat.
Well, that's what I said,
Because
GR. last week we
Unless
wanted
they
to talk
got
about this last
mommy's
week.
credit card, they can't see anything.
Well,
Let's
GR,
take
then
a
here's
peek right now.
well, here's the thing, though. Mattel is being sued for mistakenly printing this, okay? And a person from South Carolina, resident, started this class action lawsuit pursuing the toy and the toy company for saying that their daughter visited the X-ray website, had nothing to do with the Wicked Doll, of course, nothing at all. And the playful claims that they want a refund and they want to get money back for her and her daughter for emotional distress from the misprint. And they claim that they immediately showed their mother the pornographic photos, and they both were horrified by what they saw. They also said they saw all this crazy stuff that you actually don't see when you first go to the website, like how deep it was. You don't actually see all the different nakedness that they're saying you would see.
Not
So
at
to
all.
me,
There's no naked. I'm clicking multiple clicks deep into this website, and it gets risque after you confirm that you're like 18 years old, but it's still not what I would call necessarily pornographic. Like, it's nothing you wouldn't see at the beach, even after a few clicks.
That's what I'm saying.
The kid is going to know. The kid is going to know, like, hey, this is not the correct website.
Wasn't think so immediately.
Wasn't the whole thing about it that they used generative AI to design the boxes, and so the AI put that website on there?
I did not hear that. I believe that shit, though.
I thought that was the whole thing, because like this story broke a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago, even. And I thought that was what Mattel was saying at the time, was that they had used generative AI to design the box.
Blaming AI, right? It wasn't us. It was the AI man.
But, I mean,
it wasn't one of our men
for like not reviewing the product like after the
that's the people that they're paying.
That's their fault. They printed it and sent it out to stores. Come on.
That's only money.
Yeah, but the thing is that now that the class action lawsuit has started, if you bought this at all, they're gonna come after you. You'd actually like file the claim in here and get involved, and actually, hopefully, if you actually were upset about it, you can get some money. But I think this is a cash grab. Like, I just don't see it.
Jesus,
I just don't
it's the most
see it
obvious
being
cash grab I've ever heard. And Trevor's right. Like, it's their responsibility as a corporation to review the materials that they put out. It's their fault.
100% their fault. So to me personally, I'm like, this doesn't line up. But we'll talk about that. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. And I'm so excited to have my guests here. Great breaking news today. Thank you all for being here. But it doesn't matter. There's a lot going on. I need to have everybody have that one opportunity. They have their moment in the sun where they say, is there? Hot takes. Let's. All right, everybody. Now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time to put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute, break down all their hot takes on all latest breaking news. We got like 12 topics here, and I believe in them. I believe in you all in the panel. You can make it happen. If you can't, well, I'm still going to celebrate you. We're still going to celebrate good times. Come on. And we'll still have a good time, because end of the day,
Don't sing.
it comes down to you, the audience. You vote to tell us who wins. Hot takes. Let's go to the panel right now. All right, let's see who goes first on these hot takes. I'm so excited to say what we got. We're talking about Satan, sweet peas, and falling down into the water under the surface. All right, everybody. Mike, who's going first for these hot takes today? How you feeling?
I'm so intimidated by our panel this evening, Brian. Usually I take the coward's way out and say I will alleviate my own anxiety by going first, and henceforth not, having to follow and then having, a shame fest within myself. But today I'm gonna be brave, which means that the parched papa right underneath is number one, and you're always number one in my heart, GR. So I think you can start us off big tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, what about the pep star? You're not gonna ask me to do hot takes today?
Are you so full of
No,
shit,
you don't-
Peppy?
I would love to hear Pepe's hot takes.
I don't know if he'd actually do it though, right, Mike? Do you think he'd
does it
actually
on
do it?
he does it on the hundreds, or I don't know if we can get him to do it for 10,000 subscribers, but Peppy,
Yeah, maybe
he's blowing
maybe
smoke,
at 10,
man.
Maybe at 10,000. Like, he's always kind of an asshole about it. Really is. I try all the time, be like, "Hey, man, you gonna do this?" And he'll just like tell me to go fuck myself.
We love
after
you,
all.
Peppy.
Yeah. So it's okay. GR, you ready for some hot takes?
Oh, let's just do this. I gotta boost Mike's ego up a bit.
I really appreciate it, GR.
Boost that ego up there, GR. Get ready, get salty, get sassy, get sexy, get sophisticated, get all that shit up and down, round and about. As always, are you ready for your hot takes, GR?
Let's do it.
All right, GR, let's make some magic happen. Get those drums of drumming. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Get it, GR. Hot takes.
Dear Santa, only Black Jack could make Satan funny. Days where I said 15,000. Well, after being almost as old as me, it's not a shock. Family back to Adult Swim. That only took 23 years. Bel-Air back for a 4th year. Whoopee! Surface season 2. I gotta see season 1 first. Severance podcast. Who cares? Never seen the show. And Sweetpea the baby doing on another television show. That's Popeye's kid. Kill 'em all too. Yeah, we use that nom. Kill 'em all and let God sort 'em out. Outlast. Never heard of it and don't care. The War of Newman, pass on that. It's not real. And a Wicked Suit is BS. It's people chasing money. Nothing to do with blaming somebody.
Hey, yeah, it kind of is, GR. But you know what, GR? Great hot takes. Woo, get it, Thursday Daddy. How'd that feel?
It feels good. It's out of the way now. I don't have to go after Carter.
Great hot takes, GR. I think your mic's still down a little bit, right, Mike? Is his mic down a little bit?
Maybe a little bit. You
He
could
does
give
sound quiet,
it a
yeah.
little, crank your gain a little bit.
Crank that shit up, GR, if you can.
Crank it too much, you guys won't be able to hear anything.
Over all that cranking.
Over all that
Some
cranking.
for you.
GR likes to crank it. Great hot takes, GR.
Only on Thursdays, Brian.
Oh,
Thursday.
when he's not on the show, it's cranking day. All right, Mike. Who's going next for the hot takes, Mike?
Carter's Canadian flag is just calling to me, man. I have so much respect for that man, putting his
One
nationality
kill
back
after
there.
Another.
All right, we'll send over the Nillick Master himself. All right, Carter, how you
God
feeling
save-
today about
God
some
save
hot
the
takes?
Queen.
Great, nail it to the max. Let's do this, my good man.
All right, Carter, I believe in you as always. Let's just do this. Hot takes, Carter, in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes!
Yes, Dear Satan is fun. Let the sinning begin and continue. Days of Our Lives, 15,000 episodes. I cannot wait for the next 15,000 episodes. Family Guy is back to Adult Swim? Absolutely. Please keep on swimming. Bel-Air renewed for our final season. Hey, make that final season the best one and one to remember. Lucky, come with Anna Taylor-Joy and Reese Witherspoon. Should they get on top of each other? I think they should. Surface Season 2 date set. Keep that date setting. Let's keep that rocking. Severance podcast coming. Please, we need more podcasts. Podcasts are phenomenal. Sweetpea renewed. Keep renewing it, Sweetpea, because you're sweet and phenomenal. Kill 'em all 2. Hey, kill 'em all. Kill 'em all 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Keep them coming. Outcast video game. A movie is coming. Why not something really exciting on Blu-ray? Hey, War on Her Whole Rhythm. I cannot say that correctly, but hey, it looks like a Lord of the Rings anime. Phenomenal. And a Mattel CLASS ACTION lawsuit. No matter what happens, may justice prevail. It's Nillick time.
Yeah! Great hot takes, Carter! Woo! Get it, Carter! Woo! Great hot takes from the Milk Master himself.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you here, Carter, as always. That was awesome. Great hot takes.
So much.
Woo! Mike, who is following up the Nillick Master now? You or Trevor?
That's you might think it would be me, but it's actually gonna be Trevor. I'm curious to see how prepared he decided.
Mike put something up his sleeve tonight.
You know, I didn't when I started this, but now the gears have been turning since I've been paying attention to you guys.
It's all right. I wrote my hot takes while we were going through the news segment, so I'm not as prepared as usual tonight.
That's a
You're gonna be fine, Mike.
pro move.
Oh, we'll see, Trevor. You're making Mike feel good right now, aren't you? You're making him feel good.
No, I'm still terrified, Brian, but
I'm
thank
glad.
you.
I hope Mike feels great.
Don't sugarcoat it, sweet pea. Don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? All right, Trevor.
By the way, this pea I'm drinking right here is very sweet too.
I think it's called Kruse. Anyways, Trevor, here we go. Get ready. Get sassy, sexy, salty, and sophisticated, man. Here we go. It's hot take time. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Jack Black, didn't we cancel that guy? After the apocalypse, there will be cockroaches, Cher, Keith Richards, and they will still be watching Days of Our Lives. Family Guy is an institution at this point, which kind of takes the edge off of it. I'd rather see something new, weird, and experimental on Adult Swim. I think this will give the Fresh Prince reboot the same number of episodes as the first season of the original. Wow. Lucky came out of Reese Witherspoon's book club, and that seems like it could be a fertile ground for lots of unique projects to come. Apple TV Plus seems like a vast repository of critically lauded shows that literally nobody has actually watched. Maybe the Severance podcast will help with that. And Stars? I haven't even heard of that streaming service. After Metallica did Unforgiven 2 and Unforgiven 3, I guess Kill 'Em All 2 was always on the table. Outlast makes sense. We have an incoming Republican government, so prepare for a lot more zombie flicks. War of the Human is the thing that I care the most about here, but unfortunately I played Fortnite all day instead of watching the preview. And I'm glad this Mattel lawsuit is happening. I really hope it sets a precedent regarding companies using generative AI as a way to fuck over and fire creatives.
Fuck yeah! Great hot takes, Trevor! Woo! Yeah, Trevor.
Who's that?
Nice
This
cat.
is Poofy McFlufferbutt.
All right. Great hot takes, Trevor. How'd that feel? Does that feel good?
It did feel pretty good. I'm glad I got that out.
Get it out. All right, everybody.
I don't know what this
Peppy,
cat's trying to do here, though.
That's not a squirrel, Peppy. All right, everybody. Thank you. Great hot takes, the Brock's Rose board. I'm going to actually put the vote out right now. You tell us who you think should win hot takes.
You can't.
Oh, Mike's not even doing his hot takes. I see. That's why.
I forgot about Mike already. I thought Mike already went for some reason. I may have had some wine already tonight, guys. So sorry, Mike.
maybe not, GR.
Maybe not.
Only a gallon or two, Mike.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry, Mike.
I saw the gallons of like Carlo Rossi wine. They were like $22. Like, what the fuck is going on? Those should be $4 maximum. Like,
maybe.
What are the children supposed to drink? They don't have any money.
Lighter
Boone's
fluid.
Farm,
Lighter
Strawberry
fluid.
Hill.
Lighter fluid.
Good point.
Oh, Strawberry Hill's really great, actually. I used to drink that in high school. Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm?
Yeah,
Melon Ball was
that
my favorite, I think.
Brian, that was like 25 years ago now.
Oh, well, you know what? The greats always last forever, GR.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
All right, Mike.
Let's do Mike's hot takes.
It's time for Mike to get in there. All right, Mike. Feeling frothy, feeling foamy, feeling sophisticated, smart, up top, drop it down onto
always.
a ball of spaghetti and get that meatball up there and like fucking squeeze it so tight that all the grease comes out and those hot takes ooze through your pores, Mike. Are you ready for these hot takes?
Every day. That's what I say every day, Brian. Yeah. You know what? If I can't come up with a germane, smart thing to say, at least I can embarrass myself on our format, right? I figure that's like second best to actually coming up with good content is coming up with stupid content, which I can do.
All you gotta do, Mike, is smile, get that twinkle in your eye.
Okay.
That's it. All right, Mike.
Let's
Are you
fucking
ready
go.
for these
Come on,
hot
bro.
takes? Let's go. Let's fucking go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
This is the bit, Trevor. I'm doing karate during my hot takes.
Oh shit! Yes.
Dear Satan, accidentally you're gonna get Satan at your house. Should have got Santa. Days of Our Lives. My mom used to watch that shit. Better vacuum the living room. Family Guy. Nobody gives a shit. Like we watch stuff on computers now. Bel-Air. It better end with the slapping. I wish I had more length of my cord here. Lucky. Yeah. Where's the people playing chess? That's what we want from you, Anya. Surface. Nobody knows what you are. Like Trevor said about Apple II. Severance podcast. Yes, the show was good. You get a double chop. Sweetpea. Oh, again, nobody knows. Kill 'Em All 2, like, you got bad reviews for the first one. Who gives a shit? Outlast was scary. Maybe it'll be like Silent Hill. War of Rohirrim, that looks really fucking cool. Mattel Class Action, yeah, they just want money. I hate them all! Even though I was chopping!
Mike.
I was chopping! I hate them all!
You're chopping, man.
Whew. Oh, I'm out of breath.
I have
Great hot
Just a
takes, Mike.
sexy boy! I'm not your boy toy, Brian. I'm not your boy toy, just here for your entertainment value.
I think the film needs more karate.
No, you're not. No, you're not. All right, I'm putting it out there. Darren Ward, welcome to Kruse Control, too. I see you out here, man. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm putting it out right now, everybody. Putting it out now. Officially, the vote's going down. Tell us who you think should win hot takes. Vote it up. It's on the YouTube channel, if you will. And thank you all for being here. And great hot takes. Again, we had 6,100.
I should have given myself more cord, so I would have had more, but I didn't know what was going to happen. Like I said, Trevor, that was
Mike,
spontaneous.
we always need more cord. We always need more cord. We just do.
Yeah.
More cord. Yep.
wireless.
That's especially on a hump day. Again, 6,195 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for being here and spreading the love and spreading the joy. Mike, Lord of the Rings. I know we're talking about for a second. Rohirrim.
The horse
Are you
people,
super
right?
stoked?
Yeah.
You gonna see it in theaters?
I was actually really happy to hear that it's coming out soon rather than
Next week?
sometime next year. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no, it's
unfortunately, I'm in nowhere, Michigan, so I'm not going to be able to see it without traveling. But what's really cool when I look at the animation style, and it's kind of interesting because the what was the Daft Punk movie that they came out with for Discovery? It was called like Interstellar 10,000 or something.
Interstellar 5555.
There you go. And they just released that in the theaters again because it was like what 25-year anniversary maybe. I know it was in the theaters for some reason.
20th, I think. Yeah.
20th, yeah. But
I was gonna go, but I couldn't get tickets.
Yeah. But just the animation style kind of seemed reminiscent of that, which is all like. What? Not Voltron. What's the one with the battleship and Battleship Yamato?
Yamato, yeah.
Is kind of what it seems based on. But I can only imagine that the production values of this are like kind of stellar because they're going to want to draw people in. I am excited. I don't give a fuck like that it takes place in the future. GR is like we don't care because the Tolkien's not involved. Like. I get that, but also I just want to be in Middle Earth. Like, after the years passed, I was still happy that they made 3 Hobbit movies, even though not one of them was good.
No.
Like, just
They were all right.
Now they're all right.
It was that frame rate that fucked people up. People are getting sick during them too.
Also,
like
the
a
fact
whole
that the
thing.
movies were bad fucked people up.
Yeah.
That could be something to do with it, Mike.
You had Benedict Cumberbatch was a dragon, which was great. Smaug, yeah. And I like Martin Freeman. I think he's great.
Oh yeah, Martin Freeman was a great choice for young Bilbo.
Yeah, but I think that you're right. I think they were trying to. GR said young dildo. I think he's been drinking.
And anything to get us back into Middle Earth, Brian. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm all about it too. I see that Trevor's very invested in this too, Trevor. So do you want to see this as well?
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. I remember when they announced it. I can't remember now who all was involved, but I know that there are Tolkien scholars like from the J.R.R. Tolkien estate that were involved in helping like guide the storyline for this. And the animation team does feature a lot of like very prominent like Japanese anime like prolific like people. Although, like I said, it's been years since I followed up on this, but like when they first announced it, it was a very exciting group of people to see collaborating on this, as well as like the producers and the writers from the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. So I think it's going to be good. I have high hopes and high expectations. I'm definitely more excited about this than I am about The Hunt for Gollum. So,
At least we got We got at least some of the original cast coming back for that though too. You know, that's actually cool. As long as they get it done before everybody gets too old to do it. You know, that's always the problem. You know,
Right.
like even Ian McKellen's like, I might die if you don't get it done soon. He literally said that shit. And I was like, I mean, it's a true point. He's like 87 years old or 88 years old or something like that.
Yeah,
So
something like
it gets
that.
tougher and tougher. This Mattel thing though is driving me nuts a little bit. Carter, you hear about this, right? There's on the back of this box, it's wicked.com. If it is AI doing it, it's hilarious that AI fucked that up. But also, like, can you imagine, like, I don't know if you've gone to the site, but you go to the site, you really can't do it, see anything without a credit card. I mean, it shows, like, you know, people kind of being like, ooh, we're Skinamax. It's after hours. You know what I mean?
That's a
what it
very
feels
accurate
like.
characterization, Brian.
That's what it feels like. But do you think that a lot of people are going to jump on this class action lawsuit after Mattel?
Yeah, I think that some people who are actually invested in the story will take a more of a closer look at it. I think for some people, it's also a head scratcher. Like for those who aren't really familiar with the story, they're like, what? What's with the confusion, etc. You know, because, I thought this was a movie about the Wizard of Oz. Oh, there's a website, you know, the adult Wicked website. And then, of course, there's the family-friendly wickedmovie.com website. So I think one has to really use their own conscience and really, if they have children who are excited about the Wicked movie, they have to really take the initiative to actually educate their kids that, hey, this is what Wicked the movie is, and this is what, if you happen to go on this other website, understand this is adult material, this is not for you, and basically take personal responsibility to educate their children, etc., about what the differences are. So that I think is what it has to boil down to.
Isn't that what a big mess up that is, Carter? Can you even imagine that? Like wicked.com sounds like an adult website. It just does.
It does.
You know what I mean? It just does. It's like, can you imagine, like, when you're making the movie, you would think Mattel would be like, this could be problematic, maybe a little bit, you know? But how would they not lock down those rights of wicked.com? You know, but I guess because there's a play before, Carter? Maybe that's why?
It decided was there first.
I will definitely second GR on that. No, GR is absolutely right. So I think that to answer your question, man, it's you know,
Mr. Hyde, leave those Barbies alone.
right? One has to. I know it's very cliche to say this. One just has to use the common sense within them to understand, hey, and tell the difference. You know, that's pretty much what it boils down to.
Yeah.
You know what
that's
you know what the judge is going to say, Brian?
What's that, GR? What do you think?
Why are you giving your kids your credit card? You should be watching what they're looking at.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a good point, GR, because you can't really see anything unless you pay, right, on the website.
Yeah,
So,
and you got
what are
it
the
from
kids?
your 18.
So, do you think it'll be thrown out pretty fast? Because that's a big thing. Because they're saying they saw everything. They're like you ever? I don't know if you've ever seen that episode of it's called not Extras, where Patrick Stewart's there and he's talking about like the mailwoman. And he's like, she's walking down. She's walking down the street and a hot wind blows her skirt up and she goes, oh, but I saw everything. Do you think they saw everything? They did not, right, GR?
They saw squat.
Yeah.
This is just so everybody said it. In
A ploy, you're right.
It's a joke. It's a money grab.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. If you go on the website, you can see. I just think that a lot of people will try to jump on this, but any court of law you see, I'm really fascinated to see what happens with this again, because you really can't see anything unless you fucking put your digits in there, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's what the fucking Wicked going on all day.
You know
but like
really
that's like kids
amazing
aren't doing
about
that.
this, Ryan?
What's that?
It happened in South Carolina, not California.
I know, right? Right, but I hear that there's something happening in California. There's people in California coming forward too.
Of course they're going to file in California. They sue for everything here.
Well, I mean, that's America. We all sue now. That's what it is. Oh, I got a splinter. I'm suing you for that chair that I bought 20 years ago that it has a splinter now that messed my finger up and I can't write for today.
If you got money, hell yeah, I'm going to sue you for that splinter.
You know what they say, if you don't sue, then shame on you.
Right?
Who says that?
I have some Ron burgers, I don't know.
I love that. They say that, Mike.
Yeah.
They say that.
They.
The big they. The big they.
Jimmy Jr. Who owns the pizza? Place
Yeah.
across the street. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna
There you
take
go.
the opposite position of everybody else, and I'm gonna say that the lawsuit does have merit. I don't even care if it is a cash grab. Like, I'm basically never on the side of the large corporations, and they fucked up. They did fuck up. So it's possible that I'm wrong about the generative AI thing. I might be either misremembering, or it's possible that the early like reports were wrong because somebody just like made guesses or said some shit online or whatever.
Who
But,
gives a shit? Do your take, man.
Regardless of whether it's generative AI, the company did make a huge mess up here. They did make a huge error and put an adult website on a kid's product. And I don't feel like they should be allowed to get away with that. Like, as far as whether anybody deserves compensatory damages for that, I don't know. But I do feel like the company should suffer some consequences regardless.
It's good. I think they're going to too. I think they will, Trevor. And I think they were trying to like brush us under the rug. Like, oh well, we'll just give you a new one and just throw that out and ignore that box. But
We'll give you a lifetime membership to Wicked.com. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
For you and your kids.
One thing's
Yeah.
for sure,
You know-
those boxes are going to be huge collector's items now.
You know what's funny
Good
is
point.
Jonathan, who was on the show, Jonathan actually got an eBay and bought some and stuff. So he got them. I
Smart.
thought maybe it was like even Target. He got them. So he had them on when we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. And I was like, Jonathan, you got those? Like, yeah, these are worth money, man. Which is probably true. It's probably true. So
He's going to
watch
retire
out.
off of those when they do the Wicked reboot in 20 years.
Yeah, I know, right? Watch out for that. Or even Wicked 2. Well, you know what would be worse? If the next movie, they do the same thing again for the second part. It could happen.
Should on principle.
Maybe.
You got to register. I'm registering Wicked2.com right now.
You better do it, man, and put some
I did
porn
it
stuff
last
up there.
week, Mike, come on.
Wicked2.com.
But you know what's wicked? We have a winner of hot takes tonight, everybody. We do have a winner of hot takes. What did it take to win hot takes tonight? What did it take at the end of the day to make yourself the hot take master for this hump day edition of Kruse Control? We're going to find out very quick because our winner of hot takes for this hump day edition of Kruse Control
Bitch got lungs.
We need a mute button.
the touchy ghost himself, Mr. Mike Casey. Congratulations. Great hot takes.
I told you, it's the karate.
I thought the hot takes were good. I think the karate wasn't good either anyway. But this does teach me something, Brian, and thank you everyone in the chat. I don't deserve the love, but I appreciate it. That's what I told my mom the day I was born. Yeah.
But it's what the dad said.
Yeah.
This has taught me something, Brian. It's taught me that when I'm feeling small and afraid, I shouldn't question myself. I should just start throwing hands and chopping karate all the time, and that presumably it led to a victory tonight. So I can only assume that will hold for the other areas of my life. So I thank you in
Remember
the
what
chat.
happens when you assume, Mike.
I chop your ass, GR.
Apparently, like physical activity, Mike, will actually get you the win. I think.
Yeah,
it will,
I wish I actually set up so I would be able to. I had a longer cord. Like if I had been thinking for longer, but then it wouldn't have been organic, Brian.
Well, a longer cord, a wider lens, more cinematic lighting.
Trevor's always like longer, wider.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Next week, we're doing Mike a minute and a half for hot takes because I want more karate.
No,
We should just consider changing the format.
He wants it longer and wider.
A physical activity along with the hot takes has to
Jesus.
happen.
And my mom shows up
Badminton,
right
maybe?
now at this moment. I was chopping. I don't know if you saw I was doing karate chops for the
I don't
hot
think
takes
your
tonight,
mom
Mom.
wanted to know what you were doing.
It was fun.
Great hot takes, Mike. Great hot takes across the board,
Thanks,
everybody.
chat.
Great hot takes. And Mike, maybe you're the GOAT. Maybe you're the GOAT right now at hot takes. Maybe you found the thing that breached through. People be talking about this for years to come about your hot takes because you're not alone in that boat. Because LL Cool J thinks that everybody be talking about him for years, saying he's the GOAT, the greatest ever. He's revolutionized rap. Can we talk about that? So LL Cool J.
Changing my phone to hot goat.
Hot goat, hot goat, hot goat. The frothy hot goat, please. The frothy hot goat. Yeah,
That just sounds like an expensive gastropub where you pay $40 for a burger with no side.
It sounds like that. The fries are $22.50, please.
Yes.
They're organic and they're from Sweden. It'll be fantastic. Swedish potatoes. But LL Cool J is back in the news, everybody, because LL Cool J was recently on Apple Music's The Code. And during that interview, he said, guys, I'm going to say this humbly, but I really mean this, everybody. He says that I think one day people are going to wake up and realize that LL Cool J is the most important rapper that ever existed. I truly believe that one day people are going to say that. They're going to look and say, hey, wow, when it comes to jewelry, this guy, he introduced all the diamonds, all the ice, all the jewelry, all the champagne. They're going to say when it comes to love songs, they're going to say this is the man. This is the guy who introduced love songs and all that love. S-double hockey stick shit. It comes down to being the goat of all of this. They're going to say this guy came up with all that goat stuff. They're going to go on and on about how great LL Cool J is. And I say, I don't think so. Carter, do you think so? Do you think that LL Cool J is going to be called the GOAT by the generations from the future? Or do you think that this man is smelling his own farts today, man?
I'm actually going to say a little bit of both because, frankly, I'm actually a big fan of LL Cool J. And the reason being is because this is an individual since January 14th, 1968, since the day of his birth until now, this man has produced 14 studio albums. He has been in over 10 films. He has been an entrepreneur, a bodybuilder, an actor. He's been doing so many amazing things. I mean, and he also knows how to walk the walk and talk the talk. He's a dynamic rapper. Do I believe he's one of the best MCs of all time in the top 10? Well, I'll leave it for others to determine and decide. But Todd Smith, I mean, the man who is known to the world as LL Cool J, I mean, he is consistent with his aura, with the way he represents himself. His swagger is sharp. I mean, he knows how to represent himself to the public. He's a businessman. He's a performer. He is just, wow, he's just an all-around phenomenal person, and not to mention a great family man and citizen. So I think he'll be known for that as well as his rapping and his performance art.
Well, Carter, here's my question for you though too, because he has done all that, right? But do you think that because of his influence in TV and movies, especially TV these days, how he's been so impactful in that universe, that people might forget about his rapping career a little bit and look at him as an actor more than a rapper? Or do you think that volume of content he has from before will speak wonders beyond all of his television debut or his television series?
For the recent LL Cool J, yes, because he did recently release his newest album, The Force, if I'm not mistaken. It's been 11 years since his last album, which was called Authentic. That was back in 2013. So because he's had so much time in between making rap records, he's been known to do more of his entrepreneurial stuff and his acting as well. So I think for a newer generation, they'll know him more for his acting and his business adventures than, say, his big songs like I Can't Live Without My Radio, Mama Said Knock You Out, Doing It,
Great
or
song.
Love You Better, things like that. So I think that because this man is so all over the place in his adventures, he'll be known more for his acting than his music to a point with some of his newer fans.
Yeah, that's always the thing too. So I'm interested to see, I get his take on it. Again, all the points you're putting forward for him, you're putting forward is yes, he has been doing all this stuff for this long. So many albums come out, still releasing music. I understand him being yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. I hope that I get recognition, or I know I will eventually. But I think this new generation generations change things, it's just what it is, And so if the younger generation sees him as an actor more than a rapper or an influencer that way, it could steer that away from him being the GOAT from all that. And people talk about GOAT, I don't think people refer to him as GOAT though. That's saying you're the GOAT is hard to get. It's hard to get. The greatest of all time, it's hard to be referred to as that. Is he the GOAT in your book, Carter?
Well, when it comes to being dynamic, he's one of the best. When I said that he's the GOAT when it comes to rapping ability, technical skill, like I said, that's a head scratcher. I think that his arch nemesis in the rap scene, especially back in the day, was Kool Moe Dee, who's actually my personal favorite rapper. And I think Kool Moe Dee had a better flow, a better technical skill and style than LL Cool J. But I think LL Cool J had a more luxurious, more relevant career than Kool Moe Dee did.
Well, I love that song, Doing It. So good.
Oh, absolutely. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it.
I like Kruse comment.
He's famous because he's done. He hasn't gone to any Diddy parties. That's what Queen says. That's why he's famous. Woo! Woo! Diddy did it. Mike.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Diddy is done.
Diddy did it, baby.
Calm down, Peppy. Mike, do you agree with Carter here? Do you think that there is a generation that will see him as the greatest, or do you think, like we were talking about before, that again, because of his film career, because of his acting, because of all the CSIs and all that, that his rap career could be shadowed by his acting career?
I don't know. Did we discuss the fact that he was the guy that originated the term GOAT, hypothetically? He released the album GOAT, GOAT, right?
Yeah, but was that actually him? He actually did that?
That was him. That was his album, was it not? Am I wrong? Am I reading this article wrong?
Yeah,
Am I disremembering the 1990s and the early 2000s?
Yeah, it came out in 2000.
It must
Yeah.
yourself.
He's incredible. Like honestly, what I think it's aspirational. I think he had his what was the he just had a single with Eminem earlier this year, Murdergram Deux.
That's right.
Deux, the French word deux for two. And it was sick. It was fucking incredible. And I don't know if you guys have listened to that yet.
I have
but
not.
It's really sick. And LL Cool J has incredible flow. I think maybe what he's referring to is the fact that ladies love Cool J. So he's always going to at least have 50% of the population that approves of him and views him as the GOAT.
That's great.
The other thought that I have in my mind is that he's getting older. God damn, is he 60 years old yet? He's got to be 58 if he's not 60. Yeah. So like I think you reach as a if you look, well, you can't see below me now, but below me usually is GR, and he can attest to the fact that you get to a certain point of maturity, and you give zero fucks. So you just try to put out into the world what you want to get back from it. And I kind of think that that's what's occurring. Carter can, the Nilic master knows how this works. That's one of the masteries that he has mastered in his time. I think is putting out vibes and reflecting them back.
Take on this, Mike.
What's that?
I think he was just saying bullshit just for the hell of it.
Exactly. Like, why would he care? He's talking to a journalist, right? Like.
How can I fuck with this journalist? Oh, I'll see him the best of all time.
That's true. Talking to Apple, maybe he wants to like stir some drama, maybe have a good time. He's get people talking about stuff. GR.
Exactly.
That could be what it is too.
A couple cocktails before the interview and said, "Let me fuck with this guy."
And then here we are right now, But GR, what do you think? Do you think that he is the GOAT, GR? Will he go down in the record books as the greatest of all time when it comes to rap?
To me, and I like GOAT, but no, I don't think it's a rapper that's. To me, that's not music. That's just people talking. I'm sorry. But then, as Mike was making all these comments about my age, I am youth deprived, and that ain't fucking music.
So you're saying that
is music.
Yeah, Carter does. Oh yeah, Carter does play music. So you're saying GR?
It's trash.
Oh shit!
Talking. That's not music.
How about the cultural commentary that's occurring? Yeah. Surely that's relevant, GR.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'll have to respectfully, if I may, I may have
Carter, I'm saying it just to cause trouble.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I will have to respectfully disagree with you, GR. I mean, there are a lot of rappers out there who do
You're
not
not allowed to, Carter. I made the statement. It's standing on its own. You make music. He talks.
Well, I'm also somebody who
you can't argue with that, Carter. You make music.
I think he can if he wants to.
No, I think he can. I think
go for it, Carter.
Yeah. Well, I value what GR is saying. But I will have to respectfully disagree because there are a lot of rappers out there who do create their own music, their own beats. I would use this illustration. There's a band called The Roots who also perform on Jimmy Fallon's show, and they are a hip hop R&B group, and they create their own beats and they create their own raps without using the necessity of a computer to create those beats and those flows. And there's also a band called 311 who I adore, and I've been a fan of theirs for 21 years, and they have successfully took hip hop, rap, ska, reggae, metal, rock and roll, and made a blender out of it and made it their own. And that's what I would refer Naked Lion as, because we would take a lot of things and cherry pick them and put into our own sound, or a very hybrid music sound. And I feel like there are rappers out there who do use like a guitar, bass, drums, real stuff, not just a computer, to create a unique kind of music. So I do get where you're coming from, GR, and I'm not suggesting that you're wrong. I'm just saying that I think that there's a lot of music out there that doesn't need always to have a singer, rappers, and there's also kind of like, if you've heard Bernie Sanders stuff, he did This Land Is Your Land by using a speaking kind of way of singing the song, because Bernie Sanders can't sing. So
I have not heard that. I kind of want to hear that now.
Yeah, he created a folk album.
Can we take a minute to play that on the show? Is that acceptable? Can we do that?
I mean, if we can pull it up so we can share it.
Oh, look at this! He's featured on an Eazy-E track. Yeah.
That's wild. All right, Trevor, how do you weigh in on all this stuff? Do you think that he's the GOAT? That by saying you're the GOAT, does it make you the GOAT based off his track record? Does that make him the GOAT? Or are people going to look at him like, okay, well, he did a lot of great things, but they're going to look at him as a TV star more than an actual rapper?
Well, if there's one thing that I know about LL Cool J, it's that his hat is like a shark's fin.
Yes! Thank you for the Deep Blue Sea reference. I really appreciate that.
Welcome. I think LL Cool J is fine, maybe even great. I don't know that I'm necessarily qualified for to rank him as like the greatest. Like for me, like the greatest rapper will always be Method Man, but that's mostly because he's a huge fucking nerd. I love that.
That man's awesome.
But like LL Cool J has definitely had a long career, and like the fact that he's still doing it and still out there and still relevant, like certainly speaks to like his his ability and his quality as a rapper. As far as if he's the greatest, I don't know. But no, I don't think that you can just call yourself the greatest and have people believe that. But like, yeah, I think he's fine. I think he's fine. But like I said, I don't know that I'm qualified to weigh in, because like rap isn't really my genre. I do like have a lot of respect for rap as an art, as a medium, and like I don't really appreciate comments that say like, oh, rap is noise pollution or whatever. Like it is an art. It is an art. Like you can't rap. Like if you think that rap is noise, like you couldn't do it yourself. Like there's a lot of
never do it.
There's a lot of artistry. There's a lot of skill involved. Yeah. Just like any other art form. And like you also can't just say, oh, all rap is violent. All rap is like
not
like
at all.
demeaning or whatever.
God.
Like rap.
There's
like
so much like hopeful and positive rap
like,
out there.
Such a what's the word I'm looking for? Just like a diaspora of like so many different like types and genres and styles. There is so much going on in rap. Like if you think it all sounds the same, you're just not paying attention. I mean, like,
yeah,
pretty much like any music that isn't the genre you like is all going to sound the same to you. Like country all sounds the same to me, but that's just because I'm not into country. I'm not going to say country is noise pollution. It's just not for me. So like, I'm sorry. I've been drinking a lot, and I just wanted to address some of the comments I'm seeing popping across the screen here. Like, I think you guys need to like back up and realize like you can't just say things that you don't like are garbage, because they're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
LL Cool J. I will say LL Cool J has really freaking set like a path. He really has. He's been doing it for a long fucking time. Like Carter said, 14 albums, right, Carter? That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot of like doing it and doing it right. You know what I mean? And getting in there.
You can't say you're the GOAT. I mean, Wu-Tang exists is the thing.
Right. Wu-Tang is forever.
Its own interpretation. I think
Yeah.
what he's trying to say here, though, really is like, I think he hopes that like end all be all, end of days for him is that like people respect for everything he's done. You know, like he's done a lot. He's put a lot out there. He has changed things. He's added a lot to the rap scene. He's revolutionized a lot of things, and he hasn't had to be like anybody but himself, and it's worked really well for him.
He sees how much the bravado like feeds back into the feedback loop and makes people pay attention, and then they go back and look at your existing catalog, and he knows how that works because they've known how that works for years and years. This is part of the whole like the rap bravado kind of thing. They've been doing this, and it's fun to explore that. For me, if you're into the genre.
Carter, get in there. I see it, man. Get in there.
Yeah, so I do want to address some of the comments. I know that one Milton Bradley said, "But rap is garbage," and that's fine if that's what you choose to believe. I mean, my thing is, I will definitely have to agree with Trevor. I believe Trevor made this comment that it does take a lot of technical skill to be a rapper. It isn't like you just go into a studio and just immediately start talking. You have to be quick on your feet. You have to really carry yourself. You have to really use a lot of swagger. You have to really deliver with a lot of confidence or
Swagger.
Exactly.
Swagger. That's the word. Yeah.
Like for example, Marshall Bruce Mathers III, as you know, is Eminem. We either agree with his musical lyrical content or not. I mean, one has to recognize the genius of that man. I mean, he
R.I.P. his mom too.
Yeah, exactly. So R.I.P. to his mother. But he knows how to be a great storyteller. I mean, some rap, just like country, there's a lot of great storytelling in rap music and country music, etc. Even if one may not agree with all of the lyrical content, there's a lot of stories to be told in lyrics. And just like the late great Bob Dylan. I mean, he's not dead. My bad. But he's
Chalamet.
Chalamet's played him, so maybe.
Yes. So Bob Dylan, for example, a different style of music, he is a great storyteller and one of the best poets and lyricists of all time. And so same with, I believe, Eminem. He's one of the best lyricists of all time. And dare I say it, Taylor Swift. She's one of the best lyricists of our modern time. She's doing a great job representing herself. So for what it's worth.
Yeah. That's great, Cart. 100%. It's like, I think a lot of people don't think about that. It's like what it actually takes to do it and what you're putting out there. It's a fucking talent. I can't imagine. You want to ask me to rap some shit, you're going to fucking hate it. You know what I mean? I can try my best, but it's not going to be good. It's a rhythm. It's a method to your madness. There's a flow that a lot of people can't do. And you just got
to start telling journalists that you're the GOAT, Brian. And then everybody's going to believe it. And then you will never have to even rap.
I'm the GOAT at podcasting. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that, but
you should.
Why not, Brian? You are.
Well, there we go. I'm going to say GR, the thirsty daddy, says I'm the GOAT at podcasting, and that's where I'm going to quote and keep going. So, but no, I think the LL Cool J.
Well, I don't. It's not my genre, but he's good at what he does. But he's good at many talented things. But I think he was fucking with the reporter. That's really what I think.
He could have been. He could have been, Jared, but I also think it's like it gets to a point too that he's done all this stuff with his career, and then he's like, "Hey guys, I've done a lot, and like no one gives me that fucking props, and people need that props sometimes." Like it's like
you didn't get all the props. Son.
Yeah, he made his money. You're right on that, GR. Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he's putting it out in the universe for a second. I don't know.
I can tell him to find sympathy the same way my mom told me.
How's that?
It's in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
Wow, your mom sounds like a really interesting woman, GR.
Well, I had a bad day at school. I was 12, and I came home and I was bitching at her, and she said, "Are you looking for some sympathy?" I said, "Well, a little be nice, Mom." She said, "Go get the dictionary," and we had one of those English dictionaries about this thick, And I lugged it to the kitchen and slammed it on the table. And I said, "What do I need this for?" She said, "You want sympathy?" "Yeah, it's in there." I said, "Huh?" "It's in there between shit and syphilis."
She probably heard that day for the first time.
No, that
and she was
my
like,
mother.
"I'm going to hassle this kid. It's going to be great."
I'm getting him. I'm going in deep. I'm going to get him.
Use that. I'm taking that. I'm using that.
That's a great name for this episode.
It's public domain. You can use it.
Between syphilis and
Shit and syphilis.
Shit.
Between shit and syphilis.
Between
okay.
shit and syphilis. That's a good episode name.
Asterisk.
But LL Cool J, is he the GOAT? Let us know what you think. And if you need some sympathy, ask GR how to get that. So,
It's right
but
there
I
next
also
to Dilligaf.
Until a gap, which is something GR is probably going to say about our next topic. But I'm going to tell you right now, Sony released a little thing. I've been talking about it for a little bit. I've been holding off talking about it, but let's talk about this because Sony Japan put out a little thing about the next Spider-Man movie, and it makes me go, huh, can we talk about this in Comic Corner? So, I mean, let's talk about some Marvel stuff for a second. Now, a big scooper out there, My Time to Shine, has been putting out there that Deadpool Wolverine 2 is happening. And they've been right multiple times a lot. But again, we already know that shit's happening. You get $1 billion is happening. So that's not really news to me if you ask me. They say, oh, it's happening after Endgame. That makes sense. I mean, literally in the movie, Ryan Reynolds says, hey guys, to Wolverine, to Hugh Jackman, you're going to do this to your 90. It's going to happen. So that's whatever. I know we're getting a second with that. It's going to happen. That much money is great. But this whole Venom thing came forward where Sony Japan put an official release out about Spider-Man 4. Now, this is a Japan site. It's an official website came forward. And in that whole breakdown, they put this. Here's the statement they said that everybody's going nuts about. They said, Spider-Man 4 stars Tom Holland, who is set to reprise his role as Peter Parker / Spider-Man. And then they said, and Destin Creighton, who did Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings, will be directing the upcoming sequel, stepping in for John Watts, the previous director of Spider-Man trilogy. But Tom Holland, who plays Peter, has already given his stamp of approval to the story, and is Tom Hardy, who plays Eddie in the Venom series, ready to take part. And so everyone's saying, does that mean that Venom will be in Spider-Man 4? Is this a leak from Japan putting it out there saying that Sony US is not saying? I mean, I think maybe, but honestly, at the end of the day, they can't fucking put Spider-Man in any fucking movie for Sony. So why is Venom going to be in here? I feel like what happened with last Venom franchise, you put him in the MCU, and you took him right back to the Sonyverse and never had him meet Spider-Man. Why are you going to throw him in now? To me, it doesn't make sense. But this, it's an official leak from the website. I just looked at the website. It officially had the website. So it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. I wanted to see Eddie Brock versus Spider-Man with Tom Holland. And of course, he had Tom Hardy put it out there. He'd love to be with Tom Holland and have that Spider-Man Venom crossover. But will it ever happen? Can we believe Sony from Japan? Did they fuck things up for Sony in America? Did this early leak, they took it down, by the way. That was up for like a little bit. They took it right down. They fucking pulled that shit. So it makes you wonder, maybe this wasn't supposed to be out there. Maybe Eddie Brock will be coming back in the form of Tom Hardy in this franchise. Now, I know Tom Hardy said he'd love to do more with Tom Holland. Is this the early leak? Or is this just white noise that, again, Sony just, put up there and it was supposed to be some kind of fun tease, but it was not meant to be like this big, huge movement for Venom to be here? That's the question today. Trevor, what do you think about this, man? Do you think that this is a colossal marketing mess up that they pulled down for a reason? Or is an inside scoop that the world's been waiting for, that Venom's finally going to meet Spider-Man in Spider-Man 4?
I do have a lot of thoughts on this. I don't know if it's real. I mean, it's like, so you look at especially even the actors for the Sony Spider-Man things don't seem to understand that they're in a separate thing. Like a lot of the actors from Madam Web, including Dakota Johnson herself, signed on because they thought they were going to be in an MCU film. And that absolutely was not an MCU film.
Rough.
No, not at all.
So, I don't know, man. I saw the first Venom in the theater when it came out, and I thought it was awful. I haven't seen the sequels. On the one hand, I don't feel like they're up to the quality of the MCU, but on the other hand, the MCU does include movies like, Iron Man 2 and Incredible Hulk. So fucking maybe, I guess. I know that the Tom Hardy version of Venom is popular. And since we are doing all this multiverse bullshit right now, it's possible they will pull him back in through that. Personally, I would rather see a different take on Venom when Venom does finally come into this. but I just don't know what Marvel's doing right now, especially after like Deadpool and Wolverine, which was great on its own, but like the implications that movie had for the wider MCU, it's just like literally fucking anything can happen now. So maybe I'm gonna say it's plausible. I'm not gonna take it at face value. I'm gonna say I don't want it. So let's put it that way. I don't want it. It's possible. I don't think anyone should take this seriously quite yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that you shouldn't take it too serious right now. Again, they literally put Venom in the MCU and pulled him right out, right from underneath us so fast they never have a crossover. So that makes you think that Kevin Feige's probably like, we don't need this. You know what I mean?
Yes, it makes you think that like Marvel doesn't want to do it, but it does make you think it's possible. I mean, they are acknowledging that it's the same multiverse. So maybe.
Maybe. Where the fuck is Andrew Garfield in this universe, guys? Come on, where is he, Trevor?
You know, that's kind of like my feeling on it is like if Sony wants to have a Spider-Man in their universe of villains, and if they really want their fucking Sinister Six movie, because we know they want their goddamn Sinister Six movie.
They want it so bad. They want it so fucking bad.
The Tom Holland Spider-Man, or I mean, sorry, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Yeah.
For it. Like that's absolutely the way that they should go. And Andrew Garfield absolutely wants to do more Spider-Man. Although, like, given how confused DC fans are over Robert Pattinson versus Ben Affleck, like, I don't know if we need that happening with our Spider-Mans.
I know. Everyone's like, what's happening? Who's Batman? What are we doing moving forward?
Right. Like they're different universes. And like, if you're not like super plugged into like the meta of all of this, if you're not like following the development, like casual audiences are so confused because like, yeah, none of this makes sense. Like, honestly, this only makes sense if like you do a lot of homework and like,
that's the word.
People want movies to be homework.
Yeah. Which is what people complain about too. It's like what happened with Disney Plus shows. People are like mad about like, oh, there's so many shows you don't have to watch, but you kind of do have to watch too, because it did tie in a lot. Look at even Deadpool Wolverine, which was fun how they did that. They're like, oh, that's what was it? The Goliath from Loki season 1, episode 7. You know what I mean? So it was like it's fun how they did that kind of inside thing, because they're like, yeah, this stuff does leak through the TVA too. They leak through. If you didn't watch Loki, you have no idea who the TVA was. But you see like a Sony official thing like this, it's kind of difficult to be like, well, whose mess up is this? To be like, is Tom Hardy's Venom ready for Spider-Man? That's a weird thing to put out there on your official site, though, isn't it?
It is. It's a weird thing to say. I don't know. Like, I thought all of this was really cool, like when I was in my 20s, but like now I'm tired.
I know. I still love it though. I'm still like excited.
Get older, Trevor.
Yeah,
it's not you, Trevor. It's honestly not you is the thing. The expectation that they're putting on the audience is exponentially higher by multiple orders of degrees of order than it was at that point.
I've fallen behind on the TV shows. Like Secret Invasion was so fucking bad that I haven't watched any of the shows since then. You know, it's just like
they almost canceled that whole show. They almost canceled that whole show. They almost didn't even release it.
I wish they would. I was so angry when I finished, like actually like 2 episodes in, I was so angry that I was just like, is this where Marvel is going? No, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Nobody cares. How does Sam Jackson have a wife randomly we didn't know about, by the way, who is also a, you know, it's like she's an alien. How we didn't know that, you know?
That was weird enough. I don't know. For me, it was the politics of the show were just like
very
so
political.
Reactionary that I was just like, is this what we're doing? Is this
massive reshoots too?
Want to send? No, thank you. No, I don't want to be part of this.
They fired their director and like over halfway through it, hire a new person and reshoot a bunch of stuff. And once you start doing that, you have problems. You just have problems.
Yeah.
They've been.
I was so confused when I saw that Samuel L. Jackson was an executive producer on that. I was like, this show is a character assassination of Nick Fury, and you were an executive producer? Jesus Christ.
And then you see him in Captain Marvel, and he's like petting the cats and stuff and laughing his
Right.
ass off. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's having fun. He's not scrutinizing the comic
We need,
books
like,
in
Venom.
the universe.
I saw the Marvels before I watched Secret Invasion, and I'm really glad that I did.
You know, it was supposed to come out before Secret Invasion, so you actually saw it in the right format you were supposed to see it in. So there you go.
I
Most
feel
people
like
did
it
not.
works in either order. Like there are certain like drops, like lore drops in both, which mean different things depending on which order you watch them in, but it works either way.
Wow.
Which is
Yeah.
weird.
That tells you how bad it was.
Yeah, is that deliberate or accidental, you think, Trevor?
I think that's a really good question, and that's worth a deep dive.
It's definitely a deep
That
dive.
is the question.
Yeah.
That's the Patreon content right
Patreon.
there.
What do you think? What do you think,
Exactly.
Carter? Though, do you think that the MCU's kind of messed up? And do you think that again, this might be somebody? Maybe it's AI, like we talked about before it happened with Mattel. Maybe there's something else happening where they leaked this accidentally, and now the world's going fucking crazy. Do you think there's any kind of logic that maybe Venom, based off this release, will be in Spider-Man 4?
You know, in the world that we live in right now, nothing surprises me anymore. Whether it be AI or otherwise, I mean, Venom, like or hate the character, there's just something very intriguing about it. And with this whole circumstance, the best words to describe this, actually 2 words, peculiar as well as intrigue, to say the very least.
Yeah, it definitely is. Did you see the Venom movies at all? Did you see them at all?
No, I've heard about them. Venom never really personally interested me, but for those who are diehard fans of Venom and otherwise, I'm pretty sure they might get either a kick out of this or come out very bitterly disappointed. We shall see.
You know who I think you're going to agree with tonight is GR on this, Carter. Because, again, it's a villain that they're actually trying to make you love. And GR hates that shit. He hates that shit. So I think you together would be like, yeah, nobody wants this shit because as a villain, you're trying to like heroize. And a lot of people don't want that. But I think that, again, what we did with Eddie Brock, what we did with Tom Hardy was a very fascinating take. I think he's better than Topher Grace. Topher Grace's Venom was... it was a thing. It happened. It was a thing.
Fucked that up so bad. So bad.
Yeah. How does Sam Raimi cast him as Venom?
Dude.
You know what I mean?
I don't think Sam Raimi did it.
Yeah, that's a
I know,
good
he's
point.
probably
He was
fucking
drinking
forced.
when he was doing the
Yeah.
casting, Brian.
Sam Raimi was very adamant that he did not want Venom in that movie at all.
Yeah, he wanted to be like one villain and that's it, and they totally screwed the pooch on him
That
because they
movie
made
was
him.
a whole shit show. Was it three villains in there?
You had
Yeah.
Sandman, you had Venom, and then you also
And you
had
the
Green
Green
Goblin in there
Goblin,
too.
yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. You had 3 villains, which is crazy, and they're all fighting back and forth. Those are great. I still like that movie, though. I mean, it's looking back at it, I still enjoy it. The campiness of Sam Raimi is so good that time.
I've seen that it's
I love
gotten like a strong like critical reevaluation later that people are like, yeah, maybe it wasn't as bad as we thought it was. So
Jesus
Once
Christ!
you have Madam Web,
Trevor, the kids are listening to Limp Bizkit again these days, though. Is the thing.
it's a true
know,
story.
dude,
This does
true
not
story.
mean that the reevaluation has merit. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying
brother.
to say.
They did it all for the rookie.
I murdered
Yeah.
him. Yes.
oh my
Yes,
god.
we're rolling. What? You know what I mean?
Rawhide.
Nobody digging this shit right here, and it's like people are all about that again. You know?
Get your
A
big
friend of
shorts
mine-
out, everybody.
A friend of mine
Yeah.
sent me a T-shirt for my birthday that says "Live, Laugh, Limp Biscuit."
Yep.
Oh boy.
Good.
Carter, if one more thing before we move on to somebody else, fast, Carter. So, again, this whole Spider-Man franchise. Are you excited about the next Spider-Man? Because I know a lot of people are back and forth what it's going to be. We lost the director, John Watts. I love John Watts. If you've seen the original ones, the last 3, he did a fantastic fucking job. And even he did the new Star Wars series right now, Skeleton Crew. He's done that, and those first 2 episodes are fucking awesome. They're so good. If you haven't watched everybody, watch Skeleton Crew.
Oh, they're out.
But do you,
Oh, shit.
They're out. The first 2 episodes are out. It's awesome. It's so good. It reminds me of Goonies in space. It's so good. And it just is. It just
what
works.
it is.
It's heartstrings. The acting's great. The kids are great. But Carter, do you think that losing your director, getting a new director on board, is that going to also cause rampant more like rumors about what's going to happen?
There will definitely be rumors, and I'm pretty sure high expectations as well. I think Spider-Man is just universally loved in every capacity. While he, for one, is not my favorite superhero of all time. Growing up with Tobey Maguire, there he is doing his dance. Watching the first three Spider-Mans. I haven't seen the other ones, unfortunately, but the ones that I grew up with, I was actually very impressed with. Yes, and including Spider-Man 3, which I think some people hated, horrifically, but I'm just so glad that I grew up as a teenager really respecting and valuing the Spider-Man franchise with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. So I'm hoping that the new installment does the Spider-Man universe justice. I think it's a phenomenal character, a great superhero, and I'm wishing the fans very well with this new installment.
Carter, I'm going to ask you very quickly. Did you not see the last Spider? You didn't see the last Spider-Man movie at all? Do you know anything about the last Spider-Man movie at all?
Unfortunately, I know nothing about it, so I will not BS you.
Dude, you know Tobey Maguire comes back as Spider-Man, right? You don't know that at all.
Oh, wow.
Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland all team up to fight Green Goblin with freaking Willem Dafoe, Sandman, fucking all the people, all the villains come back, and it's like three Spider-Man versus all the villains, man. It's worth watching that one alone.
I gotta check that one. I know I've heard of that one. Not everything else that's been going on as of late in the Spider-Man universe.
It's worth checking out, man. But everybody's going crazy because of that one was so good. The cross-dimensional, multiversal shit. That's people going nuts. And now the fact that we're going into like Battle World, like I know, like it's like a whole different, like, you know, geeky kind of universe where we all come together and all the villains and all the superheroes to fight each other, which I can't wait for.
We're gonna have to start doing homework. It's like, oh, okay, look into Battle World. Everybody, get out your
we just need Sean. We just need Sean. That's what we need, man. We just need Sean to do our homework for us.
I'm gonna text him in Haslip, see where he's at with the hockey season of these children. Oh, he's busy helping children with their physical activity, Brian. Oh, boo-hoo. Kruse Control, bitch. Sean, if you're not in the audience right now, get your fucking priorities straight.
And get back on your soapbox, man. All right.
He's being a good citizen. Quit picking on him.
Mike, is there any kind of legitimacy you think here with this leak at all? You think that this is official website, Sony Japan? You can do they took it right down. They put it up there. It was up there for like a week and they took it down. Is there something maybe that it was like we said before? Is it a leak, or do you think that maybe it was like Sony planting that for people to be excited about the movie and get stoked about beforehand?
I have no idea, Brian. I don't know.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
What you think? You think it's a leak, or you think it's something?
I think they could be fucking around to make people excited about it. I think they could be doing it to mess with people, get them excited, make them start talking.
It's 2024. You can't tell. There's no way for the audience to distinguish between what is a press release and what is I don't know, somebody trying to get clicks by releasing information. I don't know, Brian. What I do know is that the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans and all the Sam Raimi shit is great. Their hit rate is awesome. The hit rate of the X-Men series is also awesome. The hit rate of the rest of the Marvel universe is questionable and has been kind of floundering lately, if you ask me.
Yeah, I know, Mike.
I don't want homework. I'm not following you. I'm not directly addressing your question, Brian, but I am frustrated with the state of comic books and the state of the movies that are made about those comic books.
You know it.
Thanks, Peppy.
Into that, Peppy.
GR? If it's not a Dilligaff, you got something else there, or what about this, huh?
Well, I think it was the Japanese thing was a purposeful release.
There we go. You think so, GR? Think that was something they're like slowly just kind of putting out there?
Put it out there and cause confusion. Make people go into to see what's going on.
And everybody's talking about it. Yeah, and people are freaking talking about it.
Oh, that dance has got to go, please. That's
next Spider-Man.
Mike's.
Oh,
Mike, did you do that?
What, dance in the street when I was a baby? Is that the question? If that's the question,
Spider
the answer
dance.
is yes.
Mike was spider dancing all day.
Yeah, I'll call Mom and ask her.
Yeah. No need. I'll just walk over there and
But
let her know
GR,
that
do you
you're
think
curious.
that there's putting that out there? GR, do you really think that was like something they specifically leaked, took down to get some buzz?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, there's not enough buzz going around, so how do I do it? Oh, I can put out a release. Whoops, take it down.
Well, also when they just released Venom 3, so maybe that was also creating buzz for Venom 3. And there was no fucking Spider-Man there again. There's always rumors that fucking Tom Holland was there, and he's like shooting like pickup shots, and he's gonna be in Spider-Man 3. How do we not have? We've only spin-offs with no Spider-Man. I know I get mad about it. I get frustrated because I am. Because you have Madam Web, no Spider-Man. You got Morbius, no Spider-Man. You got Craven coming out. There's no Spider-Man. I already know already, and that's gonna bomb like everything else because again. We need Spider-Man with these villains and make it work. That's what we're looking for. Spider-Man.
It does.
No
It's
Spider-Man.
not working. It's not working without him. I mean, this latest Venom. I came out of this last Venom movie doing a killer Venom impression, which I won't replicate for you now. But both my wife and my sister-in-law
Please, Mike,
agree.
I need it. I need it, Mike.
I'll give it
No,
to you. I
have
just
to.
had.
You have to.
I don't have a reference point right now, so it's been just a minute since I tried it. Trevor, this is bad podcast. This is bad podcast etiquette, Trevor. I know because I do it sometimes.
It's very loud.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. It's not a good movie.
All right, Mike. To this image again. Give us your best Venom right here. Here's the image.
What? Oh, look! Your face looks delicious and sweet. Allow me to get in there. But he's not British. You wouldn't say, "Allow me, give me a taste." that's no reference point. Okay, so I'm trying.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought the allow me worked.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we're going really far, everybody. But the Venom movie did all right. It made its money back and more. Again,
course.
Tom Holland
It
said
make more.
that he's coming back for Spider-Man 4. Tom already
and
said he
Tom.
loved to fight
Get the Toms together. Get the Toms together. Tom. It rates itself.
Tom all day. And maybe it'll happen. Maybe that's true because again, they left this lingering for this big bad to come in for the next movie. Maybe they'll do it, but I don't know. I think they dropped the freaking ball in the last one so much that I just don't know. I hope. I love to see it. I'm excited about Spider-Man 4. We'll see where they go with it, but it's interesting to see. Because right now there's so many rumors and Sony put this out there. Was it a leak? Was it real? We'll find out soon. You got to be very careful about these things though too. I know we're going really late. We got one more thing to talk about. So hold on to your butts everybody because we've been waiting a long time for this trailer and it finally dropped it for all the controversy. Hold that butt, Carter. Hold that butt.
That was
There's
more
been
than
so
I
much-
needed to see.
Come on, GR. You wanted to see that. Yeah, I know you did.
No. Trust me,
You teasing the pep stuff?
The lady doth protest too much.
If you need more than that, it's
Bitch.
$4.99 on his OnlyFans.
Thirsty daddy. Who your daddy?
All right. Well, there's a lot going on with Disney. They're not fighting lawsuits like Mattel, but they have been fighting controversy, saying they're too woke and they were fucking up Snow White, and they did massive reshoots for us. The first trailer came out for Snow White, and I really want to talk about everybody. So the new trailer came out. Can we talk about that, everybody? And of course, our featured story of the night. I can't find the graphic. There it is. So the show's been jumbling things a little bit, so I apologize for that. But Snow White, everybody, the first trailer, the official trailer finally dropped. It's coming out in March. So they've been waiting a long time for them to drop this trailer because, again, this was like a $209 million movie right now, based on the 1937 animated feature. It wasn't supposed to be that much money, but they did massive reshoots because, again, they ever call it Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They're trying to go away from that. I know Peter Dinklage fought them about this too. They're going back and forth saying it's going against their community. There's other people saying you're taking away jobs by not doing that. There's been this big battle between this community about like, what do we say, seven dwarfs or not? And that's been a huge battle. And when you watch the actual early images that came out, they were not all like dwarfs. So it was like a whole thing wasn't like supposed to be matching that way based off the original content. And again, that was what was causing some uproar. So they went back to some massive reshoots. So the trailer dropped right now. Will they actually match our original fairy tale story or will it not? And people have an uproar about it overall. Is Grumpy, Sneezy, Dopey, Sleepy, Happy, Bashful, and Doc still there? That's the question.
Wow.
This is dropping on
Nice,
March 21st.
nice work, Brian. I was all seven, my bro.
Thank you.
I couldn't have done that.
The SAG strike
could
happened.
Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, Doc. You couldn't have done that one, Trevor.
I don't think so. No.
I believe you could have. I believe you could have. I believe you totally could have. But Snow White just found out that the dwarves cheated on her, and she's very frustrated. And we're gonna watch this trailer and talk about it. So, is this worth? I mean, she's gonna fuck him. Is this worth $209 million? Let's watch the trailer.
This was my father's
I haven't
kingdom.
seen this yet.
A place of fairness. But the queen
So it's like Silo or
changed
Fallout.
everything.
Gal Gadot.
Take him away,
Pit
Your
deep
Majesty.
beneath the earth.
What did you say?
The people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this
I mean, the sets and the costumes are great.
opinionated.
Great.
Magic mirror on the
Mirror,
wall.
mirror on the wall.
Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty.
Is that you, Mike?
The fairest of them all? Yes, that is me, Brian.
I look at you and I just
It's the
want to
voice.
be
I understood.
the fairest of them all.
Is that Gal Gadot? Who is that?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so she's been Wonder Lady now. She's got to be evil.
She'd be evil to me all night.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place.
I'm sure you're alone in that sentiment, Brian.
100%.
Turtles? We got turtles in this movie?
Oh yeah, we got turtles.
Hello? Is there anybody here?
All these animals like Kruse Control.
The singing is gonna start. The chinchillas, Brian. The badgers, the beavers.
Okay, so
Why do they look like that? How is this supposed to be
What
live
did you
action?
think I
Why does it
was?
look like the
Nothing
Polar
goes.
Express?
they were all live action originally.
You'll be safe from the Queen here.
The queen stole everything from all of us. We're gonna need your help.
This movie kind of looks crazy.
It's
Like
time
the
to
visuals
restore
are
our kingdom.
so.
Waiting on a wish, holding out for someday, hoping somehow, some way, there comes a miracle.
Find Snow White.
Me, I close my eyes and see the girl I meant to be.
This is our kingdom, and now we're here to take it back.
You were saying. I'm sorry, my
Is
dear.
this the Snow White story? Is that what that?
Did I
The
frighten
Brothers
you?
Grimm
Is that Gal
have?
Gadot? All right.
Away.
They're vilifying old ladies with apples. This is problematic.
Wow.
Honestly, that looks better than I thought it was gonna look. You know, right? But again, I know Trevor said during the trailer, it's like when you saw the images of like Snow White with the dwarves before, they were like 6 foot tall and like somebody was like 5'10" and someone was like 5 foot. It was like all walks of life. It looked like they just like CG'd them all in this now. This is they completely changed them out and made them all CG to make them more like, original movie accurate, which maybe will be good or better for people, because I think that overall that people might be more excited to be closer to that original script, the original content. This actually looked pretty great. Gal Gadot was great. I mean, I like Rachel Zegler. She does make good, man. GR, calm down. Hold your horses, GR. Hold your horses. I know. It's only hump day. It's hump day. It's fine, GR. Round of applause for GR. It's hump day. He can use that in hump day. Actually, I think this might do all right. It actually looks more accurate than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. Trevor's shaking his head. Trevor, what do you think? Do you think this is going to be a big big old bomb, or do you think that Disney has a big old hit?
I I mean, like, all of the Disney live action remakes have shown me that I have no idea what people want actually. So I don't know. I don't feel like this is going to be good in any way. I think that the CGI looks like shit. I think the dwarves look awful. I think, like, I know that the anti woke crowd is real upset that Snow White isn't a white actress, and the woke crowd is upset because Gal Gadot is in it. So nobody wants this. Like, essentially, nobody is going to go see this.
Bigots of all sorts will
Don't
not
pay
be
attention
able
to
to
things. So,
join together to watch this movie.
Yeah.
God,
Right,
I mean, I'm gonna
it's
go
like
by
you-
myself.
Oh my god, I don't know. Like, politically, this is a nightmare, and like as a movie, this is also a nightmare. Because I think that CGI looks awful. I don't know. I don't know who any of the live action Disney remakes are for. Frankly, I think they've just all, like, we talked about cynical cash grabs with that lawsuit earlier. I feel like the Disney live action movies are worse cynical cash grabs than any lawsuit ever would be. And I don't know. I haven't watched this trailer. I think this looks terrible in every fucking way. I'm sorry. These hot takes brought to you by my friend Captain Morgan. I'm sorry.
Yes, got a little captain in you. No, I get that though, Trevor, because again, I know a lot of people have been fighting Disney over a lot of these live action ones. We have Mufasa coming out next month. Lion King didn't do as well as they expected. Little Mermaid did good, but it did not do as well as they expected to blow up. It still did really actually better than it's actually really better than I thought. And then, you know, some of these movies they change a lot of the lore, they change a lot of stuff. People have backlash from that. Like Little Mermaid had a lot of backlash, even though I think that what they did with it was pretty great, except the Prince. The fucking Prince song they added was a bullshit. And also, Aquafina's fucking rap. I'm sorry, we appreciate rappers tonight, but fucking Aquafina's rapping, no. Lin-Manuel, I love you. Lin-Manuel, I love you, but, you know, Scuttlebutt, nobody needs a Scuttlebutt. Nobody needs that. You know, that alone can tell you. But I think that they are battling this stuff, Trevor. Battling it.
See the Little remake, the Little Mermaid remake. I did see the quote live action Lion King, and from what I heard, I think they made the same mistake they did with Little Mermaid as they did with live action, which is just like they go for like these photorealistic animals, but like they have no fucking expressions. Like they're just like complete like blank slates, like whatever, like. Who wants this? Like, who wants your animals to like look photorealistic but like convey no feeling, no emotion? Like, why do you go to movies if you don't want to feel emotions and like see like actors and
that's why I go to movies, Trevor, is because I'm sick of feeling emotions in my life, and I want to go sit in air conditioning for
Mike, are
2 hours and 20
who watches
minutes.
Mystery Science Theater 3000 and wants to turn the robots off? I don't know.
There was somebody that took like somebody used different animation style. Oh yeah, Kruse Court. There's some animation style over the last Lion King where they changed like Mufasa, they changed Simba to look more like the actual animated cartoon. It was actually pretty freaking awesome. If you saw it, it looked great. I'm like, you should have done this. You should have done this.
Give it some flavor.
But like, I mean, if we're going to go back to Lion King, my opinion on it is if you wanted a live action Lion King, they should have done an adaptation of the stage show, complete with actors in costumes. Like, it would have been good. It would have been great.
It would have been good, but would like a gazillion people have watched it? It's a question.
Experience, but I think we all know
it wouldn't have made $1 billion.
Disney is after. Like, Disney is not looking for like unique or like artistic. They're looking for safe and solid. So
you're looking for $1 billion. They're looking for Trevor. Looking for $1 billion.
That's how
the magic number.
Works.
We want $1 billion. And honestly, like based off everything I've heard about on set, this movie was pushed multiple times. Supposed to come out last March, and before that, it was like supposed to come out before that too. They blame the strikes, they blame everything else, but I know there was massive reshoots, which always causes problems in this town. More and more money put into this. Look at that Brave New World Marvel movie. They put an extra $100 million into that. It's like a $325 million movie now. Can that make its money back? I don't think so.
That is
too
much money. Holy shit. Like I yearn for the days of like mid-budget films. Like where are the $20 to $40 million movies?
So much. Gone.
But Carter, you see this, right? Let's go to Carter because I seem excited about this a little bit too. So Carter, you know they spent $209 million in that. It's a lot of money. a lot of money, and people might say, "Oh, you're wasting your money, Disney. You're spending too much on this. Just release the movie." But do you think that maybe after watching this, because again, we had those released early photos where it was like they will never say Seven Dwarfs. It's a Snow White now, but the actual the 7 of them were a lot different in this initial shoot. And then the trailers are like pictures came out, people were frustrated and mad. You think what they did now with the CG and the changing, is that going to make people more happy to put those people to come to theaters and see this movie before they would maybe walked out before?
Yeah, it's just I'll leave it up for the individual to determine the side of what they think about this movie. I mean, I think that so far, observing everything I've heard, there's a lot of reasonable and logical arguments, and I do respect it. Personally, from what I've seen from the trailer you just showed us, Brian, I'm very optimistic for it. Actually, I love the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. The fact that they're just calling it Snow White now, I understand that they're doing it because of the world we live in today. There's this woke culture, which I respect. I may not agree with all the aspects of it, but I respect the fact that it's out there, protected by the First Amendment and our laws. My whole focus is I keep the politics out of it and focus more on 100%. The of it, because I like the idea of, okay, are these actors and actresses going to do a good job? Are they going to tell this German folk tale, which Snow White is a German folk tale? Are they going to do this story any justice? Or is the acting good? Is the storyline consistent with the actual original story? It's not going to be the 1937 version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Of course not. Times have changed. Society has changed. Culture has changed. But I know in some way, shape, or form that those who are taking place in this new updated version of Snow White, they'll do everything in their power to give this story justice in some way, shape, or form. I mean, that's what I think the vast majority of Snow White fans want to see. Or at the very least, they just want to be entertained by really good, movie cinema. So I'm thinking positively for for all Snow White fans, no matter how they voted in the last election. I can care less. I hope you who are fans of Disney or of Snow White, for that matter, enjoy this film. Go see it with your kids. Go enjoy it for yourself. You as an individual human being, go out and enjoy it if you choose to enjoy it. If you want to go see great film and great Disney classics like Snow White, go for it. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and we should be able to disconnect that too. People are trying to blend that stuff too much together and put politics and entertainment. But again, if you think back in the day, Carter, back in the day, it used to be like people would go to the theaters to get away from politics, during the world wars, you know what I mean? It was, again, one of those things that were very, very prominent and very important to people because, again, it was a distraction. It was it was like a way of getting away from the world for a second to just have fun and entertain yourself. And that's what Snow White was at that time. And I think that we have that blend into this a little bit, and that's why they changed what they were doing. But I think what they were doing again before was trying to not tell the story. Just tell the story. We all know the story. You all know and love it, and I think maybe what they did now is they reverted back to going to the story now, and they're spending a little bit extra money for it. But I just worry, though, by doing that and not doing what we had, what we were expecting from the get-go, that they might lose money on this now. Because, again, you spend extra $100 million on this, on doing reshoots and shit, it's going to be harder to make that money back. It just is, Carter, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And observing the comments, I'm not really sure what Rachel Zegler did to stir a lot of emotions in people. So I know nothing about this Rachel person.
I was curious about that as well.
Yeah, what did she?
Because I haven't seen any of that either. I was curious what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Educate us in the chat if you can.
Yeah, tell us what you did. Because I know there was a lot of controversy happening. I thought it was just about the Seven Dwarfs. I thought that's what it was. But if she did something too, that's been happening. A lot of these young actors have been putting their foot in their mouth a lot. That's happened a lot, Carter. And I'm like, what are you doing right now? And I get you're just like, oh, I'm just going to be, look at what happened with this, was it Acolyte on Disney Plus? Amandla came forward and she was like, I hate all these people. They're all haters in the chat. They're all racist. And she was going after them. Shit, that whole rap song that came out. That's not going to help your career. And it's not going to help the freaking streaming numbers. It's just not going to do it. There comes to a point where you got to be like, hey guys, thank you for watching. If you hated it, that's okay. Hopefully do better next season and be good by the fans. You can't attack the fans, but people do that.
Well, that's Brian. That's the prerogative of somebody who is catering to the companies that are hiring them. Do we want them to cater to those? Which I understand that's what a job is, but also people have an idea of what their own personal artistic prerogative is, and some people feel that they owe that above, whatever the capitalistic concerns are.
But Mike, you're hired by a company. At the end of the day, that's what Disney looks at too. You're hired by this company, especially as an actor. This is a big conversation. It happens all the time.
It's an art, though, too. It's a massive conversation.
It's totally a fucking art. It's totally an art, but it's like, again, when you're hired by that company, you represent that company. And Disney is not the company you want to mess with. Again, we talk about Mickey Mouse on
If you want to continue to have a career, yeah, you don't want to screw them over. You want to show up. You want to show up and say your fucking lines. I mean, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can have input and all that. That's 100% as an act. You should. You're attached to that character. You believe in what you're doing. You're representing those lines in that page and bringing it forward in a very realistic form. And that's an art form. It is. But it's always show business. It is. And so you got to be careful of some of these things to do because again, you're trying to branch out to a huge audience, Mike. Everyone has different walks of life, different interpretations for things.
That's what you're being paid for, is to try and appeal to make people understand what the artistic vision that you're trying to achieve in this particular project is. Like, that's one way to characterize what, an actor's job is, I would think.
Yeah. And a lot of actors are putting their foot in their face or in their mouth, I said, as opposed to just realizing that, like, don't you want everybody to me personally, that's why I don't talk about politics in the show, because I'm like, to me personally, I'm like, we're just trying to entertain people. That's what this is. We're having a good time. We're having fun. You start talking about politics, all of a sudden you start segregating people and you're fighting about things that have no reason to fight about. We're talking about Snow White, by the way, guys. Snow White, not cocaine. The fairy tale creature. You know what I mean?
I don't know, Brian. The discussion about the way that people's bodies are portrayed on screen, is that who is made to be a character due to a physical thing that they didn't have a choice over. This is an important discussion, Brian. And I think that both Trevor and Carter really kind of had prerogatives that were respectful of the sensitivity of the topic, frankly.
Yeah. And it is very sensitive. Like, again, I saw recently, I just put on literally last night, I was going to sleep and I put on Aladdin, right, on Disney Plus.
Like, and you do every night. Yeah.
Yeah. Almost every night, but I put it on, and for the very first time I saw on Disney Plus, and it said this whole caption comes up saying this movie was made at a time where some of the things are very sensitive to some people, and it might not be PC for these days. But we want to keep the integrity of the film, so we're playing the whole thing, giving this warning right now.
Well, there's stereotypes. It's playing into stereotypes from the jump.
Look at Robin Williams, the shit he was doing back in the day. You know what I mean? We laughed our asses off, but his shit was fucking ridiculous. People are like, oh my God, what the fuck is he saying? You know what I mean? Which would be, interpreted probably horribly these days, And that's where it comes down to this fine line of all of that. And I saw Carter raising his hand. Carter, you had something to say too. I want to make sure I come back to you for a second here.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, after what because I never ever heard of this actress, the woman who's playing Snow White. I heard that she was in West Side Story, and then she had this thing.
Yes.
She posted some things about the Israel-Palestine conflict. I can understand why that would ruffle a lot of feathers, especially on social media. Like I said, I can care less what side of the debate you're on as an individual human being. I just think that some people in the entertainment industry, when they bring politics into their art form, especially in this day, I will agree with what Howard Edward Hyde recently just said. I mean, you can pull up his comment pretty soon, but I will definitely agree with him what he's saying, because I feel like what that does, it creates a radical oversensitivity with the use of certain words that belong to certain concepts and what those words actually mean or represent. I, for one, believe that words should mean things, that we should not need to compromise what those meanings are in a free and civil society. So I think that Rachel is free to believe whatever she wants to believe. I'm not saying that she isn't, but I just think that it's very imperative that you have a responsibility as a celebrity or as an actress, somebody who's known in the industry, who's up there, to really understand that your words do carry weight, regardless of what side you're on politically or otherwise.
Thank you. That's a really important caveat to put on what you're saying, Carter, I think.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I'm without talking your ears off, gentlemen. Like I said, I think the most important thing that when you are a celebrity, your words have a lot of merit in this world for those who take you very seriously, and especially when you have such a platform. Everything you say and do has consequences, whether they're positive or negative. And
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm thinking positively for Rachel that she can step back, pause, reflect, and go, you know what? Maybe I could have said this and done this, if not differently and better, but still stand my ground as an individual human being with where I stand in the world and how I feel about the world. So that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. GR, get in there. You haven't said anything yet. GR, get in there. How do you feel about this, GR?
I'm just listening. The difference between today and, say, 50 years ago. When the war was going on, whether you back the communists or the Germans or whoever, if you were a Hollywood actor,
that was happening.
Yeah, if you were a Hollywood actor, you shut your mouth.
Yeah.
What was that,
because
McCarthy?
The studios would flat out not let you work.
Yeah.
Put you on the blacklist.
Or they would actually submit you to the government too, GR.
100%. So many people's careers got shut down.
Out of it. The government was very careful back then. I mean,
right. But that was they were involved with the people in the entertainment industry too. People got shut down due to their beliefs. Like, there's no question about that.
Yeah, looking at what happened in the 50s, with the Red Scare. But
yeah,
exactly.
The difference was the studio said, we're going to do this to raise money. How many of the actors were out selling war bonds or whatever during the war? And idiots like this young woman takes her beliefs and goes on social media and blasts what she thinks is not right.
As is her right as an American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's her right.
Even the viewers in there, as you saw, I don't know if you read all the comments, they were ripping this young woman.
It's a right, but it comes down to, again, a business. It's always a business, and you have the right to feel how you feel, but that's the problem with what happens is, and I think that there could be some, you already have the reshoot stuff, GR, you have the drama. Do you think that watching this trailer, is this going to lose big money now, you think? You think this is going to actually make its money back by any way? Because I know it looks. Do you like the trailer?
290 million.
209, which is still a lot of money. It's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah,
but do you see
advertising? So 300.
Plus, that's easily 150 these days. You're talking about just to make your money back. On top of everything else, probably you need to break like 400 million, probably. Do you? But based on this trailer, though, GR, again, they did massive reshoots. They changed things. The drama's happening. Do you think that the changes they made could maybe help it?
No. This I mean, it looks like a cute movie, even with the bad CGI.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, it's the young woman opened her mouth and put both feet in it.
We know what happens when you open your mouth and you shouldn't, GR. Sometimes you get into trouble when you open your mouth sometimes.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
I'm looking for any excuse.
I'm sorry. I was waiting for it. I held on to it again. It's so good. It's so good.
We all get the mic and go there.
Oh boy, that's awesome.
You sound really good when you're talking close.
Yeah, you actually sound even better right there, GR.
Your
audio I like that up close and personal sound.
That's even your audio's even better right there. Wait till GR gets his arm in his like frothy fucking spit.
Yeah, I have it right up here like this.
Distractor.
Really talk dirty.
All right, Mike, you've been kind of weighing in, but not weighing in. Do you think that the Snow White trailer is good and can put get people to theaters again for Disney?
It's really interesting, Brian, because I love having the opportunity to discuss this. And also, it's kind of a question that I think, I don't know if it should be siloed rather than debated on the full public arena. Because it seems to me that the full public arena is bringing in you get the biases, you get the lowest common denominator situation which there's nobody's trying to do that. We just as a species we have our own personal biases that lean us in particular directions. So I don't know that that Kruse Control or just the media in general is the place to have these discussions. But then again, like, if you don't have them, in a place that's immediately available to the public and where everybody can comment on it, then where should you have them? Like, I don't know. It's a really massive question in society to me, the way that I tend to characterize it in my own head is like, okay, like if you have a big kids table, like how good does your behavior have to be so you can have a seat at the big kids table? And we listen to you because we know you're not Joe Rogan blasting megaphone like anybody's voice out to everybody, because that's damaging to our society as a whole. I don't know if I'm really like going way off, or this is too big of it's not too big of a topic for Kruse Control. We talk about this topic every week, so
yep.
So, hooray for alcohol. I'm with Snow White on that one, I guess.
That will help us all, Mike. That will help us all.
Yeah, I guess.
Agreeing with the alcohol.
Help warm us up when we're under the bridge.
But I agree with you, Mike. I mean, we talk about serious shit all the time, too. And sometimes the conversation, as easy as Snow White, becomes this crazy conversation, Carter. I see it, too.
I hate to interrupt you, Brian, but I do think that everybody here that I'm here with tonight had kind of really nuanced thoughts on this that they shared. And it really makes me feel honored to be amongst this little community and with everybody on our chat too, like open-minded and sharing, like nobody's getting we're not getting offended together. Like we need to have an environment where we can share differing opinions. I heard Division say it a couple of times, but it would be incredible if we can have those spaces. But I don't know if they can exist within, capitalism. They're always trying to cater to the biggest audience and shutting down the other part. So it's a fucking complicated thing, man.
It's definitely complicated. It's super.
Just said, Mike.
It's a lot.
It makes Snow White a tax write-off.
I've got more to say. I googled some things while I was off screen too. So if
get in there, Trevor.
Do it.
If we want to keep wading into this difficult topic and just making everybody angry, because that's where we're going.
Hey, we're at 2 hours and
Snow
10
White
minutes. We can keep going.
It's destroying our lives, Snow White.
Let it destroy our life. We might as well have our lives destroyed at this point. But so yeah, I was.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
What was that? I didn't even hear that.
I said, you are tearing me apart, Lisa.
Just throw the spoon.
So I was curious. So while I was off screen, I Googled what exactly Rachel Zegler had said about everything about the issues. And it's it seems to me like she didn't say anything more incendiary than what Gal Gadot said, except that they're on opposite sides is the thing. Gal Gadot has also been very vocal in her support for Israel. She's even screened pro-Israel videos at her house and gone around promoting pro-Israel content since the war began. So it's why, if people are angry at Rachel Zegler for expressing a political opinion, but not angry at Gal Gadot, I feel like you're showing that you've chosen a side. It's not that you're angry that there was political content. You're angry that somebody had a different opinion than you. So for the record, I'm going to side with Rachel on this one. Sorry.
Yeah, that happens though. It's again because people don't want politics with their entertainment. It's don't slather that in with that. That's the biggest thing. They just want to be right. And there's still a stigmata, Trevor. They're I hate to say it, but they'll say dance, 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 sing, dance, sing.
Oh,
don't do anything else besides that. You know what I mean?
100% correct. For an actor, the safest route is always just to not express an opinion, no matter which side you're on. For sure.
Your lip.
But you make more in the back end too. I'm just saying.
It's I feel like if Rachel Zegler is going to catch heat for this, then Gal Gadot ought to catch just as much heat. Anyway, in summary, the dwarves look like shit. So it's still not going to work.
Back to the important things.
Back to the important thing. The dwarves look like shit.
They look like very big CG characters, but again, they probably just eliminated all those actors and used their voiceover probably and just made them all CG because of all the drama that happened. And that happens all the time. And that's what will cost so much more money because they probably just paid to like, you know, do some plate shots and then throw the CG actors in there. That's probably what they did.
You don't think they were in there with the like with the ping pong balls taped to them? It's a whole different conversation, but I'm really interested in it.
I feel like not. I feel like they probably took them out. And they probably just put, because again, with the ping pong thing, it's like height things still happen. So a plate shot's better, a stale plate shot, and you just put them in later. I mean, it's easier in post that way. It just is. If the height differences is weird, you know what I mean? That's the problem. So I bet they just did a bunch of plate shots, and then they had to pay a post house to actually put them in there, and they use the same voiceover and they mimic their lips off of that, you know, to make the characters. That's what it looks like to me.
Sounds a lot easier way to be involved with a movie.
Well, yeah, for the actors, it's super simple.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you go into a booth and they like try to match it up and you watch it. I mean, I don't know. Carter's got something else to say, I can tell. Carter, what you got there, man?
Oh, well, little disclaimer. I mean, I'm nobody's thought leader, and I'm not insinuating none. Because, like I said, I mean, I'm all for freedom. I'm all for personal freedom. You know, as long as you're not hurting anybody or stealing anybody's property. I mean, I have no problem with you. My thing here is that, like, I think at the end of the day, I think the most important thing is to let entertainment be entertainment. And I think that the great thing about Snow White, the story itself, is a phenomenal German folktale. And it's been beloved for decades and decades. And I think that when we get down to the root of Snow White, for example, I think that the most important thing that we can take away from this is, hey, it's a really intriguing, very cute and charming story for those who are interested in that kind of story and that kind of entertainment. So my hope and my prayer for this production, the new 2025 version of Snow White, is that, you know, they do the story justice. And I, for one, want to see this film on the basis of a piqued curiosity, outside of the hoopla, outside of the drama of it all, outside of the politics of it. I'm just optimistic to see what the entertainment value is of it. That's the way I felt when I went to go see the Little Mermaid. I mean, I thought that I hope I'm saying her name correctly. Halle Berry, whatever her name was, first name.
Halle Berry, yes.
Yeah, I thought she was a fantastic Ariel. I could care less if she's black. I thought she did a great job. Yeah. I thought she was phenomenal. She has a great singing voice. That girl knows how to sing. Holy crap.
She can sing, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the Prince. She did a great job.
And yeah, and hey, hey, Ariel, hey, Miss Bailey, or Barry, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. If you're single, please let me know.
Yeah, Anilic Master is looking for a little tail. Looking for a little tail. That's what he is. He'll make you his princess.
Right now, I'm gonna have to write out a profile. I gotta get it on there.
I think the movie did a great job. I would say again, I think they added songs didn't need to be added, but that's what happens. They make a live action version, they add stuff. It happens. Even this, there's like a musical number. Like there's no songs in this, but it's like gonna be a musical apparently, or there at least one musical number's in there. But you know what? I believe in Disney still. I know a lot of people are losing faith in Disney, and I really hope that we can still bring the magical castle and all the vibes of like humanity and caring and loving and wanting to be together and find a way to bring that fairy tale fucking story together one more time.
And the beavers and the badgers and the mailman.
They all come together in the backyard. Fantastical world that can only be found in a Disney fairy tale. And if that happens on the big screen, I'm there to watch it.
Yeah.
Anyways, everybody, they've been Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you. Hope you had a great time. Happy hump day. It's been I gotta get this jacket off because I'm freaking gotta get this shit off. Thank you so much for being here. As always, throw that. Hope you had a great time. Happy hump day, as always. We've got a bunch of subscribers on this show, too. We're at 6,000.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. We did
200 subscribers like in the last 2 hours. Holy shit!
Yeah, we're at 6,226 subscribers right now. So we went up quite a bit. What were we? I can't remember where we were at before when we started. We're in like 6,100, I think, right? Nice. So yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you all for being here as always. Keep spreading that love. And again, Scuttlebutt.
What are they talking about? What are they talking about in the chat?
The Scuttlebutt song, the Aquafina song. Talk about the Scuttlebutt. Quack, quack, quack. Scuttlebutt. Quack, quack.
Everyone liked it a lot.
You liked it, Carter?
I loved it.
Carter? Well, Carter, round of applause for you, man. Yeah, I mean, Aquafina. She's very good. She's good. It felt like it was like Hamilton in Little Mermaid to me, which it was by Lin-Manuel Miranda, so I get it. But I don't know. It's kind of like, it was a little bit nails on the chalkboard for me. But you know what? It works for everybody. That's what it comes down to. Again, rap. In the old words of Kurt Hennig, he would say rap is crap. I'm going to say that's not true, Kurt. Sorry. R.I.P. Anyways, everybody, thank you again. I want to say, Mr. Mike Casey, our frothy resident intellectual, thank you so much for being here, Mike. As always, hope you had a great time. Appreciate you. Hope you had a great night tonight.
Sorry about that mic noise, Brian. You guys gave me the win tonight, and I appreciate that so much. So I guess I'll have to embarrass myself further just to express the love that I feel in my heart.
Hell yes.
Oh, Brian! Oh, you're advertising your show all the time. Oh, if you guys didn't get it, that's Venom in addition to the karate. Oh, so you need to wear a brighter beige suit, Brian. Okay, that's all the chops I got in me for tonight, but it was an honor. I think the Nillick Master and our technical director and Trevor all deserve the Nobel Prize tonight. So I'm submitting them. I got a quick letter to the Swedish grand jury of Nobel who decides that kind of thing. It's going out on by pigeon in the morning, and I've got high hopes for all of you.
I do too.
Mike, you the man.
And Mike, the next time that we're both on the show, I really hope that I see you do karate rap in Venom's voice. That's all that I want.
No,
if I have some practice, Pepe, I'll do it.
There we go. Well, thanks, Mike, for that. And appreciate you as always, Mike. And also, our thirsty daddy. Thank you, GR, our technical director himself. Thank you for being here, GR. Hope you had a great time tonight, as always.
Oh, this was one of the most unique shows we've done in our 200, almost 300 episodes.
We got 272 episodes, GR. 272 episodes.
We're closing in on 300, Brian.
Do you think we'll hit, here's a question. Do you think we'll hit 10,000 subscribers before 300 episodes?
You guys were making fun of me for suggesting that kind of thing the other day. And now it's going to be.
Mike said 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That's only like 12 episodes away.
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible. I mean, we are at 6,227. I don't know. We'll see. But again,
we only need 3,800 more viewers.
But we were just at 3,800 like a week ago. You know what I mean? So you never know.
We have gone up over 2,000 in a week and a half.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Let's keep it going, guys. Like and subscribe. And ring that notification bell.
Oh, a cat?
Pepe sees the cat right there.
You're lying, Pepe.
Trevor, thank you for being here too, man. Hope you had a great night. It's great having you back as always. Hope you had a great time tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I had a lot of rum and I did a lot of yelling, so I had a good time.
What more could you ask for?
What more could I ask for? Exactly, Mike. Thank you.
Fired up on a hump day, right? Fired up on a hump day.
The weather there, Trevor, you need that rum.
I opened
and of course,
last week on the show, so we're getting down there.
There we go. And of course, we're happy to have him, everybody, from the Naked Lion, the Low Dangling Fruit. The album is out on Apple Music. You got it on Spotify. You can probably find it everywhere. iHeartRadio, I bet it's out there. It's everywhere, right? Carter James, the Nillick Master. Good to have you here, Carter. Hope you had a great time.
I had a great time, everybody. Great job, everyone. Stay Nillick forever young and champions, because the best is still to come.
May I have a little bit of that ukulele?
Pepe.
Do it. We want it. Everybody wants it. The chat wants it.
Yeah, we do.
Can I get a little bit of that ukulele, please?
Of course I can, Pepe.
Okay, man. Pepe. All right, before we go, I know we're going really late. This is the longest show I think ever. Carter.
No, but it's close.
No, it's probably not. It's close. It's close.
It's the longest.
If Carter wants to play,
ever.
I'll play.
It might.
I'll do another. I'll do another hour. I don't give a fuck.
Feel the same way.
All right. All right, Carter. Whatever you got for us, like what song are you thinking is gonna tantalize the air right now?
Well, despite I think because of the intensity of the show, which was a great show by the way, we'll Take the Stairs tonight from the album Low Dangling Fruit.
Hell yeah, get it, Carter.
Nice.
Should we give it a shot? We should give it a shot. Absolutely.
Now may be the running man you'll find a certain kind of cunning man who's ever oh so kind. But if I'm quite the stunning man who's ever known to find, take the stairs tonight. If I know who you are and exactly where you sleep, perhaps I'll do some damage, the damage will run deep. I will be your nightmare with no end in sight. Take the stairs tonight. Take the stairs tonight. Take the stairs. Take the stairs. Take the stairs tonight. Why would you waste time with me? My conscience ain't so clear. Why would you dismount with me? No good intentions here. It's best to sneak away from me and see the morning light. Take the stairs tonight. Take the stairs tonight. Take the stairs. Take the stairs. Take the stairs tonight.
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
Yes! Yes!
Roll of applause for the Milk Master himself, Mr. Carter James, everybody. Great.
Wow.
Great. Fuck yeah, Carter. Great job, man. Again, Carter, one more time. The album is Naked Lion, Low Dangling Fruit. Where can you find it, Carter?
Everywhere on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, you name it. 10 tracks, 37 fun-packed minutes, really fun electric ukulele, and then some. You just might enjoy it.
It is good. It is good.
They will enjoy it, Carter. They will freaking enjoy it. Thank you, Carter. Thank you for being here as always. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Thirsty Daddy. I hope you all had a great time tonight. Happy Hump Day. And again, as I always say on a Wednesday, if you hadn't had a chance yet, you still got about, well, I mean, we're on the West Coast. You got a couple hours.
Whip it out.
You got 3 hours. You got 3 hours and 2 minutes here on the East Coast. You got 2 minutes. Get yourself in there. Get a little thirsty.
Oh, I better
get a little thirsty. Get a little happy, and also get a little humpy. Happy Hump Day, everybody! So happy to have you here tonight. Happy Hump Day, but you gotta spread that love. We're at 6,229 subscribers because of you. Keep spreading that love. You gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your grandmas and grandparents that came down from Xenu and they landed smack down in that volcano and their souls got fucking flourished into the universe. They became into bears and badgers and kangaroos and they fucking subscribed to Kruse Control, which is amazing because we love them so much because they did that. And they came down to the squirrels and squirrels had their nuts. They tucked away in Mike's backyard. They're like, fuck yeah, Mike, hide our squirrel nuts. And I'm like, it's fine if you subscribe to Kruse Control. And they did. And they did. It's awesome. And they watched stuff from themselves. They fucking fell into GR's pool. And their pool was fucking fantastic. He's like, they're fucking Peter and pattering in this fucking pool. And she's like, I'll save you. Fucking subscribe to Kruse Control. And they're like, I'll fucking save you. They're like, okay, take my nuts, GR. And GR takes their nuts and he subscribes to Kruse Control. And he throws his nuts over to Trevor's backyard. And there's fucking snow there. Oh my God, the nuts are hitting the snow. And the squirrel's like, can we fucking find the snow? Find the fucking nuts. Find the nuts. Trevor's like, yes, you can if you subscribe to Kruse Control. And they do. They fucking slam over to Carter and they fall on his ukulele. And he's like, please, Carter, play the fucking ukulele. But they're not something ukulele. It's fucking subscribe to Kruse Control. And they do. He does. They all subscribe to the kangaroos, the beavers, and bears, and badgers. All that. They'll change Peggy's Carter's penis and mine and Mike's and Trevor's and everybody's penis. It happens. And GR, it's okay. They're coming tomorrow. It's okay.
It happens. It happens, guys. It happens.
Spread the love. Spread the love. We're almost at. We're gonna be to 10,000 before you know it. We love you all. Have a great night. Happy Hump Day. Take care of yourself, please. protect yourself on a hump day. Anyways, until next time.
Hello, Cool J's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
It'll be dinner on Friday.
Anyways, everybody, have a great
You
night.
look like someone that wants to pep that pep star.
Fucking calm down, Peppy. Until next time, see ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Cause the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Cause I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.